Roswell, it's 60 degrees, going down to Carlsbad, Artesia, and southeast to Mexico, it's 64 degrees. In Hobbs and Lovington in the upper 50s. The departing upper-level storm system with some strong wind gusts from time to time. By tomorrow, temperatures in the lower 60s in Carlsbad under a partly cloudy sky. Wind gusty in Hobbs and Lovington in the mid-50s. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet. Online at carlsbadchevrolet.com. Text line at 877-396-W105. Brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Online at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com. I'm
going to need a cup of coffee.
Today we celebrate a particular kind of coffee.
Right, and that would be?
It would be the Irish coffee.
Think you can Irish up this coffee for me?
An Irish coffee!
Yeah, Irish coffee.
An Irish coffee.
Want me to Irish up that coffee for you?
National Irish Coffee Day.
How do you make coffee Irish?
Black coffee and Irish whiskey.
Happy National Irish Coffee Day.
Showtime! And good morning to you. It is going to be a foggy day today. So if you're getting ready to leave, please, you might want to leave a little bit earlier because it will be foggy. And there is a slight chance of maybe a shower or two this morning. Other than that, sunny throughout the day. And high temperatures should get up to about 60. Tom A. in the studio this morning, I think.
Oh, you got me there. Yeah, you got me there, Blake.
Tom A., I think, in the studio.
He was here. I just think I had his mic turned off just subliminally.
Well, I mean, we can keep it that way. That would be awesome. Might be an improvement of the last couple days. Just thinking out loud, but
maybe we should shut your mic off.
The price of oil. We got a lot of things to get to today. Is Burn Supper Day, Clash and Close Day, Fluoride Day. Are we blessed to have fluoride in our water?
No.
It has a lot of ill effects.
Yes, there is some benefit to it, but it has more side effects than the benefits.
Really?
Yeah.
We're only one of very few countries that put fluoride in our water.
And we use a Berkey at home, which is a water filtration system.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And in that, one of the filters is to filter out fluoride.
Oh, wow, there you go. Fish Taco Day going on, Irish Coffee Day, National Opposite Attracts Day, and Women's Healthy Weight Day is going on today. Question of the day, we're going to throw it back to our buddy that called in and said women cannot be president because they're too emotional. Remember that?
Saw that.
So that is going to be the question of the day. Are women too emotional to serve as president of the United States? By the way, that's not any of us that said that. That was a listener that said it. So we're going to put it up for a discussion this morning. Are women too emotional to become presidents of the United States? Tom, what's your thought on that?
Well, I think they're very much structured. I think they can do the job.
They're very much structured.
Well, they keep the bills at their house, they change the diapers and stuff like that. So they can run a country.
So you never change diapers?
Yeah, once in a while. It's not really my job, but yeah.
It's not really job.
It wasn't really my job, but yeah.
Whoa. What exactly was your job? Because your ex-wife made more money than you did.
Right. Don't mean she couldn't change the diapers.
So what exactly was your job?
Well, as I grew up, take them to school, take them to the doctor, the dentist, get their braces done.
I mean, bringing home the bacon wasn't part of your job.
Well, that's what she did, and she fried it up in the pan.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out why this marriage didn't work.
Well, for 20 years, more than yours ever had combined.
Not mine.
Yes.
Wasn't my job.
Well, yeah, I think you can do it.
Ain't my job. I knew it would come out. Look, women are better organized than men.
Yes, they are.
As far as being emotional, I think men can be emotional also.
Sure.
I think we're all emotional creatures to a certain point. And look.
Go ahead.
More women doing battle, I think, might change everybody's mind about this.
What do you mean?
Well, because I had a kid that I coached in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And Regina Pena was the first woman accepted into the Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a badass.
Right.
She was in high school. And I would put her, I will just throw it out, I would put her on my team before I'd put Tom on my team.
Man, I'm a good shot, dude.
Hey, we'll
By
see.
the way,
We'll
Dwayne
see when
Pennick
Kevin
said when I get back in country,
Yep.
he would love to host us, and we can go to the through simulation.
Oh, cool.
And we'll talk about that when it comes to things that happen on this date in history. Let me check the weather real quick. Weather being brought to you by Randy Pettigrew. Randy Pettigrew, representative, state representative, District 61, fighting in Santa Fe right now for some of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard of. Craziness going on
Yes.
in Santa Fe, really. So Randy is trying to defeat the craziness, and at the same time, Republicans are outnumbered, so the conservative voice is outnumbered. So you really got to dig and work along the across the aisle and work with some of the more conservative. I know some people think they don't exist, but look, they do. You work with some of these, more conservative Democrats, and they prevent such bills as passing, like the 5 bills that we had last time to take your guns away. So, Randy, that's the main thing, and to be the voice of reason in Santa Fe. By the way, he's running for his 3rd term in office. If you can give to his campaign, please do so. That's RandallPettigrew.com, and pray for Randy and all the representatives up there in Santa Fe. Dense fog this morning, maybe some light rain, a drizzle or so. Sunny by this afternoon, though. High 60, 38 tonight, and then tomorrow, 10% chance of rain and 58. Weekend weather looking good Saturday and Sunday. Check of the weather being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror. If you haven't checked out the Atlas Makeup Mirror, what are you waiting for? Go to the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Also, if you're in Carlsbad or in Hobbs and you're at Albertsons, they have them in Carlsbad and in Hobbs. They're on display. Check them out there. Or maybe you're in Midland, Odessa at Market Street. They have the mirrors at all the Market Street locations. Check them out there. Or just go to the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com, or call the local inventor, Rebecca Long. Call her, 575-631-3189. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is not that far away. If you didn't get one for Christmas, ladies, you ought to think about just buying one for yourself. Or guys, perfect gift for Valentine's Day, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Representative Dean Phillips, Democrat from Minnesota, said that the president has refused to speak to him since the House Democrat announced his rival candidacy. But, I mean, it's not like Joe can speak anyway, okay?
Right. Oh, come on, man.
So this guy is running for president of the United States. Joe didn't answer the phone, but at his age, I mean, the ringtone has to be on max volume, so maybe he didn't hear it. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And congressional Republicans are clamoring for a federal investigation against the Biden administration's botched implementation of the revised free application for student loan aid program, which is kind of ridiculous because everything in this administration is botched. Just not this. Completely everything is botched. Did Tom say that Jim Harbaugh would not leave Michigan?
That's what he said.
No, I said he would go to San Diego.
No, you said he won't leave Michigan because it's his alma mater.
No, I never said that.
Oh, no, that's what you said. No. I do remember it. Man, you were hitting in fact, I think you struck out.
So he got, a $4 million, a 4-year deal yesterday?
5-year deal.
5-year deal. Yeah.
So 5-year deal, what kind of money?
Ooh. I didn't see it. Those coaches make at least $20 million a year.
No,
Those
Tom.
coaches. Those coaches.
Well, I mean, the Cowboy coach makes $4.5 million.
Nah, he's stupid to stay there for that kind of money.
You know, Green Bay's coach makes less than that. He makes like $2.5 million, I think.
That's good.
And what's crazy is colleges have defensive coordinators and offensive
I
coordinators
know, man. They make
making
more
more
than
money than that.
No,
I was looking for the contract.
But
Harbaugh's
Kevin,
contract.
those coaches make at least $20 million a year. I don't know
Yeah.
who those coaches are, but who are those coaches? Tom?
Well, he won a national championship. I give him $20 million right off the bat.
Would you?
Well,
Yeah.
the expensive college coach was Nick Saban. I think he was at 12.5 or 13 million.
He got tons of cash.
And how many national championships did he win?
He got 6 and
Okay.
1 at LSU.
So 7 national championships.
Yep.
But Harbaugh has won 1 in 10 years, and you would give him, I'd give him 25 million.
But he was undefeated, too.
1 in whatever it was, 10 years or whatever it was.
And I'm going to back off of that, too, because I said he wouldn't leave.
But you know, the reason I don't like this deal
That wasn't me. That
is
was Tom.
because he's going to have to play his brother in the AFC for the Super Bowl every
Who
year.
cares? Who cares?
And
The Stoops
have you ever
brothers
heard of
played against each other.
sibling rivalry?
But if it's
The
easier,
Kelsey brothers?
easier if you play in another league, see, in the NFC.
Oh, my God.
Who cares? Who cares?
So
Who cares? As they count their money, I don't think they care.
you don't think so? You knew, B, all those years that he didn't have a national championship and his brother had a Super Bowl, that there was something missing there. I mean, siblings are competitive, dude. But now he's got his national championship.
2.
Right.
Oh, my Lord. So I sent the question of the day into Jen, who puts them up on Facebook. And
oh, wow.
her reply to me was, I was just like, oh, Jen, that's bad. She said, it's like, tell me that you have a micro blank blank without telling me that. Oh, so I want to hear from you about can women be, do they have the intestinal fortitude to be president of the United States? Dolly Parton teaming up with Duncan Hines, offering up her own line of food, including frozen, refrigerated, and grocery and snack items, inspired by her down-home comfort cuisine. Can't wait for that, Dolly. Yeah. Joe Biden gets endorsement from the UAW. I will play that, and the UAW president says why he endorsed Joe Biden. Well, you know, he went on this big thing that Donald Trump is against business. Donald Trump has created more jobs in his life than Joe Biden has ever created in his. No, let me just pull that back. Donald Trump in 1 year has created more jobs than Joe Biden has created in 40-plus years.
Tom
might
have created more jobs than Joe Biden.
The UAW has always been a lapdog for the Democratic Party.
The union. Joe.
Any union hack is going to vote Democrat.
Right.
So I will play that coming up.
Well,
in just a little.
And speaking as a former firefighter, you know, who was a member of the IAFF, and my wife was a member of the operating engineers when she ran a crane. Unions are very forceful in how they tell you how to vote. Like, they will come and just put signs in your yard.
For real.
For real. They just show up and do it.
And if you don't go along with it,
then you're in a lot of trouble.
Oh,
yep.
No job.
Now, once you get to that voting booth, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
But they're very, very, yes.
Joe Biden telling Greg Abbott that they will take over by force. Abbott declares Texas, saying Texas has a right to self-defense from migrant invasion, and the feud will continue. And Greg Abbott is not backing down.
No, he's not.
I got to say this much. I'm with Texas. I'm with Texas.
Yep.
And I would stand for reason that many states are going to back Greg Abbott on this. And if there's one state that can give the middle finger to Joe Biden, it would be Texas. Their independence would be pretty quick. And could America survive without the number 2 economy?
Well, we could.
Struggle.
So Democrats are calling on Biden to seize control of the National Guard. And GOP allies, of course, are backing Greg Abbott.
I would really love it if Abbott told
Biden.
No, told the I guess it's Highway Patrol. I don't know who does the flags every day.
Yes, or
yeah, whoever it is that does the flags every day at the Capitol building. I would love for him to tell them, hey, when you run the flags up this morning, put the come and take it up flag up as well. You know, like that flew over Gonzalez with the cannon, because that's what it is. And he told Biden basically that you suck. You know, the executive branch, speaking directly to Biden, has a constitutional duty to enforce federal laws protecting the states, including immigration laws on the books.
All right, Blake, look at the camera.
All right.
Oh, you got a hound over there, B?
No, that's a little French bulldog. Look how cute he is. When did that one come?
Yeah, when did that one come?
Oh, this is my dog. She's a year and 2 months. I've been having her. I've been having her a year and 2 months. She's a French bulldog mini.
Oh, mini.
She is adorable. Little brindle. That's awesome.
So is she as compassionate as the other one was with you?
Yeah. And so I'm thinking about getting another one that will be white. Her name is Gumbo, and I'll have Gumbo and rice. So, hey,
Gumbo and rice.
No barking. Throw your butt over there.
She is awesome, B.
So she will breed her in October when I come back from the States, or November.
Right on.
So anyway, the battle lines are drawn. We'll see where. I don't think Biden has the backbone.
No,
I'm just saying. I mean, he can't even get his butt to the border and secure our southern border. And when they said take the Constantine wire down, you know what Greg Abbott did? They started putting up more Constantine wire.
Yep, come and take it.
Yeah, come on, let's go. And you know what? The Border Patrol does not want that battle either.
No.
The Border Patrol knows right from wrong, and they know right now they're standing on the wrong side of things. They know what their job is. Their job is to prevent people from coming across the damn border.
Correct. And, for people to put those agents in harm's way and say, well, they got to do their job. Holocaust Remembrance Day is coming up, and I just want to point out that the defense of the person who pushed the button on the gas chambers was he was just doing his job.
Yeah.
And we need people to stand up for what's right. And that's a lot easier said than done. And I get it.
But
I get it. There's times that you got to stand up.
When the governor had state police go close down business and churches.
Right, I remember that.
The right thing is not always the right thing.
Right.
Just saying. Following orders is not always the right thing.
Right.
And I get it. A lot of these guys got 15 years. They got another 5 years before they're retired. I get it. I get the whole thing. But, sometimes you have to do the right thing. We all know what the right thing is.
Well, our sheriffs did it. In southeast New Mexico and a lot of other counties too. But in southeast New Mexico, our sheriffs all did the right thing.
Yep, exactly. All right, 626, Tom on the text, 877-396-W105. When we come back, we've got the tweet of the day. And if this doesn't burn your britches, you're not a true American. I'll get to that. And Democrats trying to stifle debate and ram two far-left anti-gun bills through committee. I'll get to that story coming up in just a second. 626 morning show this morning being brought to you by our friends at, if you're looking for a place to go up in the mountains, Camp of the Tall Pines, scenic Mayhill, New Mexico. Awesome place to go. Kids maybe have never played in snow. Boy, this would be a perfect place. They've got a fair amount of snow up there right now. Get up there and check it out if you're hunting in that region.
Up the camera right now.
Yeah, go check out the camera.
Yeah, it's looks to be a pretty good blanket of snow.
There you go.
Not real thick, but pretty good.
Cozy cabins, raised platform campsite, the RV hookups. They've got all of that. And I love that neck of the woods. Cloudcroft and Mayhill and Weed. I really, I love that neck of the woods. 575-687-4101. Call them or go online at camptallpines.com for more information. Tom on the text.
All right, B, we got a traffic alert from our text. So westbound traffic is stopped on 62-180 at milepost 72. Again, the alert that westbound traffic is stopped on 62-180 at milepost 72. I'll try to get more information on that in a moment. This report being brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com.
Greg Abbott should have been on the ballot. He sounds like he's the next Teddy Roosevelt, says the texter.
I look for him in 4 years.
Yeah, I think so, too. And PSA, guys, Dolly's food is all plastic. Okay.
Silicone.
No,
Silicone.
she's natural.
She's natural.
She is natural.
Yeah.
And this texter's saying, I guess Michelle, she's qualified to be president since she's a man, says the texter.
Oh.
You guys are rude this morning.
Have you seen Adam's apple?
Right. And Erin is chiming in. She said, if a woman can make a sandwich, he says, a woman can't make a good sandwich. She has no business trying to lead a country. The proof is in the sandwich. Erin this morning. And Real Roswell woman is checking in, too. She says, you know what? Yeah, we are emotional, but we really have no business being leaders of men.
Really?
That's what she said. I disagree with you, and I'll tell you why. Because when Adam dropped the ball...
Tom has more
I
estrogen.
disagree. Hey, it wasn't my job to change my kids' diapers.
Well, he disagrees because he has more estrogen.
Well, when Adam dropped the ball, Eve had to take it.
When did Adam drop the ball?
Well, way back in the day.
What ball did he drop,
Well,
Tom?
he shouldn't have let her eat the apple. And
shouldn't have let her.
Right. He didn't protect her. He was out playing somewhere.
So, Tom, let me ask you this much.
She got tempted, and there you go.
Who has more estrogen in the office, Mandy or you?
What does that mean?
That's a question, Tom.
Everybody has their job.
It wasn't about a job. It was about damn estrogen.
She does a very good job at it.
It wasn't about her not doing a good job.
4.
What the hell?
Number 4.
I'm going with Mandy on this.
All right, 629. 629. Mandy, we love you.
We do.
Yes, we do.
And
all right, let's get to
She probably has both more estrogen and testosterone than Tom.
Yes. Yes.
You got more testosterone than me?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I don't know what testosterone is, but testosterone, the hormone, she's probably more manly than you. But she's also way more woman.
Yeah. All right, let's get to tweet of the day. Being brought to you by King Driving Academy. You can find them 1430 West Bender and Hobbs. It's a 4-week driving training school. And you get 2 weeks of theory training along with 2 weeks on the road. So you get course time on the road. That's where they train you how to do your driving. And the course is taught by a state-certified CDL inspector. That's very important. No computer, no books. Everything is hands-on. Right now, you're going to get a $500 discount, a deduction off the course price, just by telling them, I heard about you on B on the Breakfast Club. You say, hey, I heard about you on B in the... They're going to save you $500. $100. Give them a call, 575-441-7835. They have very flexible schedules to fit your needs, and you can contact them at 575-441-7835 if you're driving King Driving Academy. So if later on you need more information, King Driving Academy. All right, Tom, I'm going to question you.
Yeah, do it.
Because you have said all along people are just coming here for a better life.
Wouldn't you?
So do you think... So what you're saying, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. Well, if we had a bunch of dumb, lazy, incompetent politicians that'll allow it, yeah, maybe. But do you think that illegal aliens, people that enter the country illegally, should be put ahead of veterans?
No.
So do you think that veterans should have their benefits cut to take care of illegal aliens coming into the country?
Goodness, no. Our veterans are in the front of the line. When they fought, they should be in front of the line to be taken care of.
Well, I hate to break it to you. That's exactly what is going on. Marsha Blackburn, senator. I think is she from Kentucky or North Carolina? I don't remember. But she just did an investigation, and they have discovered that veterans are going to the back of the line now for their own services. This is money that has been given for Veterans Affairs, and they're spending that money to give health benefits to illegal aliens. Tom, do you get free health care?
No.
So a non-citizen gets free health care, but you don't.
Got to pay for mine.
It doesn't seem right. Just doesn't seem right. Here is the tweet of the day, and this doesn't burn your ass. You're not a true patriot, for sure.
Yes, what we know is that we have hundreds of thousands of veterans on a wait list for benefit and health care services. At one point, it was 400,000. We hear it is continuing to grow. Now, Harris, what we found out, the VA was using some of their money, millions of dollars, like $94 million, to secure claims and payment processing for illegal immigrants, and also they were using VA resources to allow illegal immigrants to access health care in communities. And we're saying no. When you have veterans that are being pushed to the back of the queue and they cannot get health care and benefits, and you are prioritizing those that are illegally entering the country, that is wrong. It needs to stop immediately.
I can't see even a Democrat saying that would be okay. That we're putting our veterans to the back of the list to take care of foreigners that haven't given one thing to this country? Mm-hmm. What the hell is the matter with us?
And by the way, she's from Tennessee.
Tennessee. We have lost our mind. And for anybody that think that that's all right, liberals, please tell me how this is okay. People that have died, lost a limb, lost... I mean, just the list goes on. And we're going to put foreigners in front of them? I live in a foreign country.
Not just foreigners, B. Foreigners who are here illegally.
They broke the law. I live in a foreign country. You know what benefits I get? Zero. Because they will never put a foreigner before their own citizens. And you know what? That's the right thing to do. We have got to be straight up stupid. I don't blame the illegals.
No.
I blame us for being straight up stupid. That doesn't chap your butt. You are not a patriot. Mm-hmm. You're not. New Mexico legislators, and there were some Democrats that were chanting about they want the rule to change when it comes to the governor having too much power. Here's some of the things they said I put them all together. Here you go.
One person.
One person. One person.
One person.
All because of one person.
Yeah, what they're saying is that one person should not have all that power.
That ship,
one person.
That ship has already sailed.
Should not have that power.
They're right.
Even though they gave her that power,
Yep.
they can take it away.
And they need to.
Let's do it then.
So they want to. All right, Democrats, recent committee hearings, the New Mexico House Consumer and Public Affairs legislators engaging in a heated debate over two anti-gun bills focusing on snatching your rights and then suing the hell out of manufacturers and sellers. So I'll just pull a manufacturer. If Remington, somebody buys a Remington at our friends at Zia Guns, say, and they go out and do something that's just heinous, you would have the right now to sue Remington and Zia Guns, which is just crazy. Yeah. Because if somebody gets in a car accident while drinking too much, you don't have the ability to sue the dealership and the manufacturer of the car. It's ridiculous.
And alcohol. That would be the other thing. You get to sue them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, you could sue if you were at a bar and they overserved you, or if you bought it from a store and they could prove that you were already drunk when you bought it. But this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. HB 27, one of those bills in question, would seek to modify the state's extreme risk firearm protection order by including any healthcare professional among those who can request law enforcement file a petition in order to infringe on New Mexico rights. So they would actually add healthcare workers
now you think about
that discussion.
You think about that because during COVID, how many healthcare workers, and I'm not saying the normal everyday doctors and nurses, right? Even though
Sure.
that's part of it. But how many people in the healthcare field that politically side with the governor and just fall right in line with her and did some commercials actually for the COVID thing.
I can name a couple.
They could immediately come out and go.
The mayor of Ruidoso, the mayor of Hobbs, all went lockstep with this governor and actually recorded commercials.
And so these people, if they expand that, could say, oh, I don't like so-and-so. I think we need to take their guns away.
Yeah. HB 114 is the bill about the, holding gun manufacturers and gun dealers liable. And so that's that bill. HB 27 is the one where healthcare workers would have the ability to enforce red flag also. Mm-hmm. Stephanie Lard and John Block, two folks that stand up, especially for gun rights, appeared at the hearing. And there's a lot of uncertainty in New Mexico. And there's a lot of gray area dealing with these bills also. But to sue the manufacturer, look, I know Sandy Hook, they sued the manufacturer.
Yep.
Which makes zero sense to me. All right, 20 minutes away from 7 o'clock. Job killing anti-business bill in New Mexico is passed through committee. That's the paid family leave. So that 12 weeks of paid family leave. And let me ask you a question, Tom. Who is going to want to come to New Mexico with having to have paid family leave? Do you think we'll be able to bring some big corporation into New Mexico?
They ain't going to pay for that. No, I don't think so.
Well, it's a state law. They have to pay.
Well, then they'll stay in Texas or somewhere else.
I don't see us bringing in some major corporations with 12 weeks paid leave.
That's a lot. That's 3 months.
Yeah, that's a lot. Joe Biden vetoes the bipartisan bill protecting U.S. EV industry from China. Why would Joe Biden go against a bipartisan bill to back China?
money in his pocket.
Yeah, Joe Biden vetoed the bipartisan resolution Wednesday that would have reversed the administration's decision to waive Buy America requirements for taxpayer-funded electric EV charging stations. Joe Biden reversed it.
Kevin.
Siding with China.
You can't line the Biden business pockets with Chinese money if you're only buying American.
I guess you're right. Fox was ordered to face that $2.7 billion defamation lawsuit by Smartmatic, and one of two voting technology companies that is actually suing Fox News. I'm just going to say, any business that's sued for $2.7 billion, and that's only part of it, I don't know if you can come back from that. That would be tough to come back from. That's a huge amount of money. A crazy amount of money. All right, Joe Biden, is he election denier?
Yes.
He is. Joe Biden is election denier. Listen what he had to say. And Carrie Jean-Pierre was asked about that. When he introduced the governor, he said the real governor, even though he was defeated in the 2020 election. Here we go.
Why did the president say, hello, Virginia, and the real governor, Terry McAuliffe?
He was making a joke about Terry. He was making a joke. He was, I mean, if you play it back, it's clearly that the president was making a joke.
What's the joke?
He was making a joke about McAuliffe's previous term as governor.
How are you guys going to convince people, though, that this idea of denying election results is very bad if President Biden is going out and making jokes like this?
Okay, he did not deny. He did not deny it.
Yeah, he did deny it, and he was also a election denier.
Well, he was an election denier when Hillary lost.
Exactly. New Mexico lawmakers make a renewed push to create a state school board. Blake, what would that look like?
It would be horrible for local school districts. It just would.
So a state school board.
Yeah, because basically they want to take away all the power from those local boards so that you would have one single entity doling out policy for the entire state.
Wow. I don't care for that.
I mean, they've already taken over a couple of local school boards who were duly elected.
Yeah.
You know,
I would rather give the power to the local individuals
yes.
and copy what they're doing in Texas. Of course, that would go against the governor controlling everything. Bill that would ban guns at voting sites and county clerks' offices has moved forward. So maximum 6 months in jail and a $500 fine if you would bring a gun to a voting site.
Even concealed carry.
Even concealed carry.
So,
yes.
Again, they don't want you to be able to protect yourself.
No. 20 worse cities for bed bugs in the United States. If you're going to Chicago, Illinois, you might get bed bugs. New York City, number 2.
Yep.
Philadelphia, number 3.
Hey, but
Cleveland, number 4.
But Washington, D.C. has gotten better.
Yeah, well, maybe. Los Angeles, number 5. Detroit, number 6. Washington, D.C., number 7. Indianapolis, number 8. Charlotte, North Carolina, number 9.
Do all those cities have in common?
Champaign, Illinois. That's the top 10. Of the top 10, how many Republican cities?
North Carolina?
No, I don't think
No,
it is.
not one.
Not one?
Not one. Pretty crazy. 6:45, we are on the Breakfast Club Morning Show this morning, being brought to you by our buddies at the Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Homegrown and proud of it. Farms, ranches, supplies, Western wear, certified Purina dealers. They've got everything that you might be looking for to feed your animals. Find them today, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Also online at roswelllivestock.com. You can also find him in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. All right, I got a breaking story out of Arizona I will get to next. The GOP chairman has stepped down. Tom, did you see this story?
No, I did not.
No, of course you didn't. I'll get to that coming up next. Thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil, 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service, dependable boom or bust. They are there for you. They deliver on-road or off-road. They go to you, delivering gas, diesel, interstate batteries, and more. Find out more information, wakefieldoil.com. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is, never ask a woman who is eating ice cream straight from the carton how she's doing. Never do it. It is the thought for the day. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you every project begins with a solid foundation. They've got ready-mix concrete. They've got ready-mix concrete at very affordable prices. And look, you don't have to have a big project to go to them. They will serve you and treat you the same way. If you got a big project, small project, it doesn't matter. They have plants in Roswell and in Carlsbad, and you can find them at chancematerials.com or give them a call, 575-363-3240. Question of the day, are women too emotional to be president of the United States? By the way, this is not our question.
Right.
This question came from a listener. So please don't send hate mail to us. You can always send it to Tom at mtdradio.com, but don't send it to us. Tom in the text.
All right, babe, we got a phone call this morning. Good morning. You are on B and the Breakfast Club.
Yes, sir. Good morning, guys.
Frank?
This is Frank. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So on the gun issue, you know, if when Washington fought the Europeans and won, if we wouldn't have guns, you know, we would have never been a free country.
True.
And the Europeans are wrote that in 8 years or 4 years they would have America back in their hands, because nobody was gonna be dumb enough to vote. They said, you know, I'm a king over here, and George Washington beat our best army, and he's president of the U.S. But in 4 years, we'll take over again. And George Washington was 4 years, and then he was another 4 years, and then he said, okay, there's time. This is the time to elect a new president. And they said, but you don't want to be king. The king from England sent his top echelon people to come and talk to George Washington. He said, you know, we'll give you everything you want, George. Just be king of America. You know, you'll answer to our king in Europe. And George Washington said, you know what? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yep.
We have guns. We have guns. We defend ourselves, and we defend our rights. We don't want nothing to do with the Europeans. Get out of here. And when they went back to the king, when they went back to the king said, well, I thought he was a dumb man, but now I think I just live to see the smartest man, the bravest man in the world. And they said, who? George Washington. He said, he walked away from a fortune. He walked away for peasants.
Well,
he said, he walked away from power and gave it to the peasants. And,
yep. And you know who else? Do you know who else did the same thing, Frank? Carrie Lake from Arizona.
Yeah, Carrie Lake. Yeah, Carrie Lake is on the news right now. She recorded the dumbass GOP bribing her to take the one world order and to oust everybody, oust Trump and get something on Trump.
I mean, for all you people that called me names when I became an independent because I didn't want to go lockstep with the Republican leadership, I want you to listen to this. By the way, thanks, Frank. I'm going to play it right now.
Anytime, sir.
Here is Carrie Lake being bribed by the GOP chair in Arizona to step aside. Just step aside, Carrie. Just go ahead and step aside. Here's the bribe. How much were they going to give her? $1 million?
Whoa.
10 million? 20 million? Listen.
Is there a number at which
I can be bought? That's what it's about.
You can take a pause for a couple of years.
No.
And then go right back to what you're doing.
No. 10 million, 20 million, 30, no. A billion, no. This is not about money. This is about our country.
Wow. I have gained so much respect for Carrie Lake for saying, no, I will not be part of the swamp. I will not be part of this. Here's what Carrie Lake said yesterday. Because, by the way, these tapes were released a long time ago to the GOP, and now it's listen.
What do I think of Jeff DeWitt's resignation letter? Well, it came very late. I didn't see an apology to the people of Arizona. He tried to act like the behavior you heard on that audio is normal communication amongst friends. It's disgusting. And I think he did a horrible job, and he should have just apologized, resigned, and apologized and said he's going to work to do better.
So we're bribing our own officials. The Republican Party bribing our own officials to get rid of them and get rid of Trump at the same time. You know why? Have any idea why, Tom?
Yes.
Why?
They don't want a woman.
He's not paying attention. Part of the thing, and Carrie Lake didn't even go. She didn't really even call him out for it because he doubled down on it when he did it. Not only did he not apologize, but he said, "I question how effective a U.S. senator can be when they can't be trusted to engage in a private and confidential conversation." Yeah, crazy.
Wow. Yeah, that's absolutely nuts.
And to answer for Tom, they want to get rid of Trump any way possible because they're part of the swamp, and they're no different than the other side.
And so she can't be bought, and Donald Trump can't be bought.
And they don't.
So
like
you
that.
have corrupt people in the GOP, just like the Democrats. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Well,
in some instances, they're the same, except in different colored.
You can't put an umbrella all
for everyone that's corrupt.
I just
sure
said
can.
in some cases. I think I said in some cases. Look, you're in the business of kissing everybody's ass. I'm not.
Look, if they are corrupt, if they're corrupt, they should be driven out with pitchforks and torches.
Tom, how many good candidates have we had in New Mexico that were chased away because they didn't fit what the good old boys in the Republican Party thought was?
Well, I could think of one, Larry Marker.
I'm going to tell you, nobody in this state has fought harder than Larry Marker.
That's right. That's right.
Nobody. I'm talking about putting his own money up to file lawsuits against this governor. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. So the party is not pristine either. We got a lot of work to do.
And corruption.
I'm actually interested in coming back to the Republican Party at some point.
Corruption does not wear a party label.
No, it does not. I know Tom thinks it does, but it does not. Nope, it does not. Joe Biden harassed again yesterday. Here we go.
It should be built.
By the way, he was at the UAW, speaking of the UAW, and part of that was that the UAW knew in advance when the protesters start chanting, they just chant UAW. So, yeah, they got that fixed. We'll hear from the UAW coming up about their endorsement of Joe Biden, but UAW. At first I was like, what are they saying? But, yeah, UAW. Yeah. Frederick John Martinez of Hobbs is wanted by the Lee County Sheriff's Office, failing to register as a sex offender. He was convicted of criminal sexual penetration, did not comply with the sex offender's registration. If you know the whereabouts of Frederick John Martinez, please get in touch with the Lee County Sheriffs, our Crime Stoppers, today. The governor congratulated Intel for completing a Fab 9 facility in Rio Rancho, $3.5 billion investment that will grow hundreds of jobs, according to the governor. And have you heard about Cole Beasley?
Yes, he was the former Cowboy receiver.
But have you heard about Cole Beasley?
No, recently, no.
Okay, I'll get to that coming up in just a second. I've got a lot of stuff to get to, including Ted Cruz talking about the border, John Kennedy, liberal networks discussing Trump. Trump has lost his mind, according to them. The UAW and more. We'll get to that and more coming up this morning. Our number 877-396-W105. Price of oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Get in touch with Spinnaker's today. You can go to the website at greatoilfieldjobs.com. Greatoilfieldjobs.com. And I got good news for you. They're currently hiring. I told you I'd let you know. Yeah, Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers is, and their Crud Energy Services, they are currently hiring. Service supervisor in training program, CDL required. They're hiring diesel mechanics, electric technicians, aka E-techs. They're looking for equipment operators. CDL included in that equipment operator. Experienced pressure pump hands. Housing is available. And more. Go to greatoilfieldjobs.com or text Oilfield to 63566 today. If you need more information, they are a drug-free employer, and, of course, they are also an equal opportunity employer. They offer great pay and one of the best benefit packages in the industry. They've got a bunch of positions open right now. Check them out at Spinnaker Oilfield Solutions.
West Texas Intermediate, $76.14, 8101 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas steady at $2.76.
Thank you, Tom. God
Kevin,
bless you.
Did you see what they said about India being set to become the single biggest driver for global oil demand?
I saw that. I wonder what that meant.
It's going to replace China because India's economy has been growing while China's is stumbling.
Right.
And they have, a lot of urbanization and industrialization, and the rising middle class in India is going to shift.
And population and continues to grow.
Yeah.
India they produce a lot of babies.
Mm-hmm. And their economy, they said, is growing faster than all other major economies.
Oh, I believe that. Yes. And very, 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 very smart people. Mm-hmm. Very smart people. Tom, I think you would be like, I'm surprised you're not Indian.
I fit right in there.
I'm totally surprised you're not Indian.
You like curry?
Nah.
You wouldn't fit.
Oh.
Yeah, look, my wife cooks a lot of curry, and I don't like curry.
I like Caribbean curry, which is it's a little bit different.
I like Mexican curry.
What are you talking about, Mexican curry?
Mexican curry.
Do you even know what curry's made out of?
I mean, you know what Mexican curry is, guys? But you don't know.
So
it's nothing.
All the spices that make up curry aren't grown in Mexico.
It's not, I said it came from Mexico. I'm saying I know how to make Mexican curry.
Do tell, Tom.
Well,
I'm waiting.
It depends on what kind of asado you make. You make it with Mexican curry.
What is Mexican curry, Tom?
That's what it is. You've got to taste it.
What is
to experience it?
What is?
I think we've had this conversation about you trying too hard. It's like the pitcher that is trying too hard and he can't throw the ball over the plate because he's trying too hard. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't even know if I was trying or not.
All right, we're going to get to the price of, we got the price of oil. We got the things that happened on this date in history, taking out the trash. I kind of already did taking out the trash because the story about, illegal immigrants taken away from veterans. Mm-hmm. If that's not enough trash, I don't know what is. That's just totally disappointed and 100% unacceptable. Right. Unacceptable. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store. You can find them in the Broadmoor Mall in Hobbs. Looking for Western wear, they've got you covered. Looking for FR jeans and coveralls, winter gear. Look, we're not done with winter. You can count on that. No way, shape, or form. And if you're thinking about your team playing in the Super Bowl, need new furniture and electronics, they've got you covered there, along with appliances. They offer zero down financing for all of that. Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall and Hobbs, right next to Scrub Outfitters. Scrub Outfitters has the largest selection of medical scrubs in 100 miles, big name brands, Meg Coutures, Healing Hands, Peaches, and Dickies. Of course, they also have compression socks. Even if you're not in the medical field and you wear a lot of compression socks, this is the place to go. They have all colors and all designs, and, of course, comfortable shoes also. Scrub Outfitters, Rig Outfitters, find them in the Broadmoor Mall. All right, Cole Beasley. Tom, you don't know what Cole Beasley did to tick people off, right?
No.
So, Blake, do you have any idea what Cole Beasley did?
I don't, because I don't follow ex-Cowboy players.
So anyway, the outrage mob is coming after Cole Beasley after he criticized men who paint their fingernails. Beasley, by the way, is refusing to back down, and he's holding the line and daring people to cancel him. He says, I don't care if you cancel me. You're not going to do it. It doesn't make me a difference if you cancel me or not. My opinion is that men shouldn't paint their fingernails.
I agree with it.
Especially a guy that's getting ready to be the number one draft pick in the NFL.
Caleb Williams.
Exactly. And so Cole Beasley has been called a homophobe. He's been called a racist. He's been called.
Really? Come on now.
Wait. If a guy paints his fingernails,
right,
that does not make him automatically a homosexual.
No.
What'd you say the other thing was? Because that doesn't either.
Racist. He's a racist.
Yeah, that doesn't make you a racist either.
Right.
But you remember when Dennis Rodman played in the NBA? He had all these colors.
Okay, that's not football, Tom.
No, but it's just sports related. Same thing. And he had his fingernails painted too.
Look,
but he was a tough guy.
I'm going to say this. I have painted my fingernails before when my daughter was 4 years old, and she painted my nails.
Mine did too.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. You know way people in third world countries judge you? This is a true story. You have any idea how they judge you, Tom? How clean your nails are.
Really?
True story. So, like tomorrow, 9 o'clock, a lady will come to the house, and she does my toes and does my fingers. And she, they will want to put clear coat nail polish. And every time I'm like, no, no. I don't do clear coat nail polish. I understand in Europe they do that, and the men do it, and even in big cities, New York City and that type of stuff. But that ain't me. And even my wife's like, why not?
Like I said, when my daughter was around 4, maybe 5, and she wanted to paint my nails, I let her paint my nails. But other than that, no. I just think that's being a good dad.
Yeah, I get that. But, yeah, Cole Beasley, I respect for not backing down. I respect that he's not backing down. I think that's an awesome thing that he's not backing down. Thank you, Cole Beasley. Tom, you'd have backed down, I think.
Nah.
I wouldn't have backed down.
He already forgot what you were talking about.
Of course he did. 7:05, foggy conditions out there this morning. Please slow down and be safe. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by our buddies Roadrunner Grill and Barbecue. You can find them in Artesia right there, 811 West Main. Call in advance and they can prepare meals for everybody on location or in your office. 575-736-2573. They're cooking up breakfast right now, and they have an awesome breakfast menu. Of course, at lunch, they have an awesome menu that has been their mainstay for many, many years at their other location. And now guess what else they have? Barbecue. It's perfect. Check them out today, 811 West Main at Artesia, or 575-736-2573. Fog this morning, maybe a little rain also. High temperature 60, 38 tonight. Chance of rain tomorrow morning, 58 for the high. And then the weekend, sunny and about 58 for Saturday and Sunday. We always keep you updated with everything going on. Tom, anything before we take our break?
Yeah, Smokey in Arizona on the painting. She says, Blake, my daughter used to paint my fingers too and toenails, and she used to put makeup on, making me look like a clown. But I believe it helped her in the long run, and it was a great time that we got to spend together.
Absolutely.
At Smokey this morning. And this is a traffic alert B. Traffic is at a standstill, according to the text, on the Carlsbad Highway around mile marker 78. Again, traffic is at a standstill. I'll make my call here in a minute. At the Carlsbad Highway around mile marker 78.
And Jody from Lovington said that the crash is at mile marker 72.
Okay.
So somewhere in that area.
Somewhere in there. The report's being brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. Check him out today. Some of the stories we'll be discussing during the next break. Las Cruces man arrested, charged with second-degree murder. State police make a huge arrest in Chaves County. Now, only if the state police could spell Chaves County correctly. I would be so disappointed if I was a resident of Chaves County and our own state police cannot spell Chaves with an S.
Oh, man.
My God. And looks like stressing over money actually can make you sick. We'll talk about that. And police arrest a man on the rail runner accused of threatening employees. We'll talk about that and more coming up this morning. Our number 877-396-W105. It's 7:08. We're going to check in with news. Come right back. News this morning being brought to you by All American Cleaners, family owned and operated, washing and drying and folding your clothes. Why waste the entire weekend having to wash, dry, and fold clothes when you can just drop them off on Friday at All American Cleaners and pick them up a couple days later? 17 pounds, $16.99. How much is 17 pounds? If you're an empty nester and it's just you and the wife or you and the husband, 17 pounds of clothes in a week is about right. So it's going to cost you $16.99. You don't have to worry about anything. You can go away for the weekend. It's cool. They can do your dry cleaning, your starching. Find them today. Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, and Hobbs. It's All American Cleaners. KWMW, Maljamar, 105.1 FM, 709. Before we check in with news, let's qualify people for our trip we're giving away to go to Disney from W105.
Call in and win.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse.
We're going to Disney World. W105.
News from Lovington, getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. 3 former police officers from Jal, New Mexico, appearing in federal court after facing allegations they deprived an unnamed individual of their constitutionally protected rights while working as police officers. A grand jury indicted charges Corey Patrick Safel, Cesar Enrique Mendoza, and Robert Edward Embley with willfully depriving a John Doe of the right to be free from a lawful arrest. Indictment notes that John Doe allegedly injured in the process. Department of Justice says the incident happened at the end of July in 2021. 3 former officers being kept in custody until their detention hearings at the end of January. A state child, youth, and families department employee facing several felony charges for allegations of housing minors for months. The New Mexico State Police began the investigation on Tuesday, January 2nd, after receiving a call about the incident from another CYFD staff member. She told police that 31-year-old Pedro Martinez had been housing CYFD youth since October last year. Police were told Martinez was served a letter of reprimand for violating policy by talking to youth via social media. State police were able to speak to Martinez at his home Monday, January 8. Martinez admitting to 2 juveniles living with him on and off for the past 2 months. Those 2 were 14 and 16 years old. There was a marked increase in the number of students attending Hobbs Municipal Schools this year from last year as enrollment continues to rebound from lows experienced during and immediately following the shutdown of schools by the governor in response to the COVID pandemic. LaShawn Bird, HMS Deputy Secretary for Data Analysis, presented the enrollment numbers as of December 1st, the 80th day of the 2023-24 school year, to the district's Board of Education last week, while the number of students attending Hobbs schools decreased slightly from last reporting period. On the 40th day of classes, 10,281 students compared to 10,268. Enrollment increased from 10,197 on the first day of school on August 9. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so angry? I just want to leave my old lady home tonight with the only man what can truly satisfy her. Ernie Keebler. You know, I figured coming here today, there's 2 kinds of doctors in this world. See, number 1, there's doctors that doctor you, like that gynecologist them cowgirls love to jump up in the stirrups for. And guys got your urinologist, what keeps a finger, so to speak, on a man's prostate. You know, I figured out how come them boys put on rubber gloves before they do their dirty work. See, because in most states, what they're doing to you is a crime. Of course, I don't know if them loud boys want to reach up there and dust for fingerprints. But the point is, doctors is pretty much our friends because their job is to keep us alive. You can tell a doctor, he's got a hot, curvy nurse, plenty of clean butcher paper on the examination table, and a car parked out front costs more than your house. And then there's the other kind of doctor, one I don't cotton to all that much. What you call your research doctor. All the time coming out with papers about what's going to kill us. Yeah, these boys ain't happy unless they figure 10 more things that'll cause cancer every day. Like this one. They say now, we got to stop using Scotchgard. They say Scotchgard gets in the human body and stays there for years. Well, that can't be good, but that explains why my tattoo keeps sliding off. Then these other researching nitwits come out with, 40% of the women in America ain't all that way satisfied and fulfilled in the loving department. Now, in researching words, that's known as the 40% of the female population what never met Earl Pitts. I done my own research on this one down to Duck Inn last night. I asked all the barmaids if they could be 100% satisfied with a manly man like myself. Every single one of them rolled their eyes back in their head and they gave this shudder. I know women. That's a sign for you betcha. Wake up, America! Hey, I done the math. We got over 50 million frustrated women in this country. Well, folks, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Take a number, ladies. Earl Pitts, now serving number 1. This is Earl Pitts American Pizza.
Reimagine every adventure, every terrain, every incredible memory. The Yamaha Wolverine family of side-by-side vehicles help you reimagine off-road capability, comfort, and confidence. Available right now at Garner's Motorsports in Hobbs. With the Wolverine R-Max 2 1000 and R-Max 4 1000, recreation meets sport, and maximum power meets maximum comfort and versatility. And with the Wolverine X2 and X4 8050, extreme terrain meets its match. Find your Yamaha Wolverine at Garner's Motorsports, 320 North Del Paso and Hobbs, or YamahaMotorsports.com. Always protect the environment and wear your seatbelt, helmet, eye protection, and protective clothing. Read the owner's manual and product warning labels before operation. Vehicle specifications subject to change.
Why do they do that?
Because they're stupid, that's why.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
I love the morning show.
And good morning to you. It is a awesome day, with the exception of the fog and the chance of rain today. I mean, it's going to be an awesome day. We'll maybe see some sun by this afternoon. Not all that bad.
It looks like it's peaking out there.
Yeah, and then this weekend's supposed to be awesome. So
I think I'll go play a little disc golf.
Qualifying people for the trip we're giving away. So I mean, see, it's not all that bad. All right,
we got an awesome trip, by the way.
Yeah, it is. We got taking out trash on the way, things that happen on this date in history. Researchers at the University of Ohio. Oh, well, let me rephrase that. Ohio State University.
The
U. Is that what they call it? The U?
The Ohio State University.
Oh, there you go. They revealed that the first few months of kindergarten plays a crucial role in your child's academic success. But most kids just spend the first few months of kindergarten like the president spends, popping their pants. I mean, that's what they are, pooping their pants, I should say. Not popping their pants, pooping their pants.
They pop their other kids' pants.
Yeah, so just like Joe Biden. So pooping their pants, that would be it. Tom spent the first couple months of kindergarten learning how to eat glue. Yes. A new study finds that plastic consumption in New Jersey spiked to nearly 3 times what it was when the state implemented strict plastic bags outlaw for shopping. So plastic consumption, why would that be?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Look.
Unless people are fishing stuff out of the river and eating it, I don't know.
Yeah, I want to be a good steward to the environment, and I get the whole plastic thing, because the plastic ends up getting into cows eat plastic bags.
But they're hypocrites. The anti-plastic Nazis are hypocrites.
Well, yeah, and that's my point. You're going to have to outlaw all plastic. Because to outlaw plastic bags or plastic straws, but they're going to give you a cup made of plastic. How does that even make any sense?
And everything in the store is wrapped in plastic. Like even fresh vegetables they wrap in plastic. And you're like,
everything's wrapped in plastic. So it just, doesn't make any sense. Melanie had a big song back in the day. Tom, what was the name of that song?
Melanie, oh, Mandy.
Now,
that was Barry Manilow.
And that's one of your favorite singers, Barry Manilow.
Right.
Barely Manilow.
Mad enough.
And so you didn't know that was his song? She had the song Brand New Key back in the day.
Oh, that's right. With the roller skates.
Anyway, she died yesterday. She's 76 years young. And Chris Young was arrested following a bar incident in Nashville where they said he assaulted an officer. By the way, new tape has come out. They might be backing away from that. New information, new tape being released this morning, and it said they could be backing away from that. Authorities in Southern California said yesterday that 6 people were found dead Tuesday night in a desert area off of Highway 395 in San Bernardino County. Deputies discovered 6 bodies on a dirt road after doing a welfare check. They found 2 vehicles and 6 people dead. That's pretty much all we know. And manhunt has intensified in Arkansas following Monday's escape of 2 murder suspects. They were at the adult detention center in Pine Bluff when they escaped, and they have not been captured. By the way, both of these guys are serving time for homicide. And so not looking good that these 2 were able to escape. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Tom in charge of the texts. Our number 877-396-W105. Taking out trash coming up next.
All right. So, Kevin, did you say Barry Man? No, instead of Barry Manilow.
Barely man enough.
Yeah, Barry Manilow. Ha, ha, ha. That was funny. Now, he wasn't always gay, okay? He was married at one time.
He's always gay.
No, sir. He was married once. Early in his, very
just
early.
Because you're married does not mean you're not gay.
Well, he was married. Mary was gay and married.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he's always been gay.
Are we gonna debate that Barry Manilow is not gay? I mean, tell me, but we're not gonna debate that.
Great artist. I'm just saying.
That has nothing to do with that.
It doesn't.
He's been gay his whole life.
And you're telling me he's not gay?
He married a woman to fit into the market. That was a marriage of convenience, just like Elton John's first marriage was a marriage of convenience.
Yeah, because they couldn't come out back then.
Right.
And by the way, Mandy, when he wrote that song, it wasn't a song about Mandy.
No.
It was a song about Manly.
Whatever.
Okay?
Whatever.
Then they changed it.
Oh,
all right?
okay.
I just want to make sure you understood.
All right.
All right. Ted Cruz discussing the border. Let's get to that cut. Ted Cruz talking about the border and what can be done to fix the border. Here's Ted Cruz.
The Biden border crisis is an absolute humanitarian disaster, and Democrats don't care. Last year, 853 migrants died crossing illegally into this country. Alejandro Mayorkas didn't even know how many had died because he didn't care. When I brought 19 senators down to the border, we saw a man who had drowned floating in the Rio Grande. Democrats don't care. Last year, thousands upon thousands of children were brutalized and sexually assaulted by human traffickers, and Democrats don't care. Last year, thousands of women were sexually assaulted by human traffickers, and Democrats do not give a damn. Last year, more than 100,000 Americans died of drug overdoses from Chinese fentanyl flooding across the southern border, and Democrats do not give a damn. Now, you may say, oh, come on, that's harsh. They care. They care. Somewhere in their hearts, they care about all the people suffering and dying. Baloney. Because if they cared, they would stop it.
And they have the ability to stop it, but instead they want to fight Texas instead of fighting what's going on at the border.
They want to fight the people who are stopping it.
Yep, exactly. Because they want all these people coming in. They want to take Veterans Affairs money and take money from veterans getting health care to give to illegals. You heard me right. Why else would they continue this madness? John Kennedy, representative from Louisiana, talks about Biden's border.
I think it's time for the American people to wake up and smell the incompetence. I mean, the border is wide open, as I've said before. That's man-made, and the man's name is Joe Biden. And if the White House, how can I put this? If the White House were a football team and performed like this, we would have already fired the coach, the athletic director, and the mascot. And Americans want better, and it keeps getting worse.
You know damn good and well he's not lying either.
Nope.
Greg Abbott, yesterday, after Biden said that he is going to do everything in his power to take down Texas and the Abbott administration, Greg Abbott made a statement. Here's what his office sent out a memo. Here's what it said.
From the governor's desk, he says he's declared an invasion and invoking the state's constitutional authority to defend and protect itself, and it supersedes any federal statutes.
So thank you very much, Joe. Good luck with that.
And he's
right. I don't think Joe Biden has the wherewithal to fight against Greg Abbott.
So here's
I
a
could
question.
Be wrong.
Here's a question. Joe Biden has said that he will do it by force if necessary. Do you really think he's going to declare war on Texas?
Nope. I hate to tell you how many states will back Texas.
I mean,
I can think of many.
I've heard the theories that they're trying to push for another civil war, and that would definitely do it.
So let me ask you this much. Would New Mexico stand with Texas?
Nope.
Think about that. New Mexico would not stand with Texas. Nope. Not going to happen. Liberal news networks talking about Donald Trump. Do you think Donald Trump has lost a step?
I think he's gained a bunch of steps.
Mentally, you think he's gained a bunch of steps?
Oh, he's okay, dude. Come on.
No, I think he's as competent as he ever was.
Yep.
No, that's my point.
P.O.
Here
is what he is.
Here are the liberal news. What did you just say?
He's P.O.'d.
7.
Please translate.
Donald Trump is P.O.'d.
That's number 7.
He's angry.
Liberal news networks. Here's what they have to say about Donald Trump.
Former President Trump giving the mic to a second person in his victory celebration. Let's bring in Daniel Dale because I heard at least 2 or 3 things that need fact-checking.
The former president has opened his remarks tonight once again by proclaiming falsehoods about previous elections. This is what makes it hard to take his pronouncements live.
So a couple things that need to be fact-checked. Have you heard? I'm just going to ask. Have you heard Joe Biden speak?
But they don't care because the gloves are off. They don't care if you know how biased they are. They are totally in the tank.
So here's cut number 2 with liberals talking about Trump.
I think it's fair to question his mental acuity.
Donald Trump, let's recall, ducked debates all primary cycle. He generally avoids most adversarial interviews where he would be tested and fact-checked. And this race has only just begun, but he has already now, through this testing and campaigning process, been caught in a gaffe.
In a gaffe. Joe Biden makes a gaffe a day.
Right.
An hour.
A second.
I mean, it's pretty sad. But I love when they say he won't debate. Who's Joe Biden debated?
No one.
In fact, they've done everything to talk people out of running for the Democratic, to running against Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
He has a candidate. Yeah, he has somebody that's running against him. He won't debate them.
Mm-mm.
And Donald Trump does not back away from somebody questioning him. I think he feeds off of it.
Well, look at how much more coverage he's gotten by skipping the debates and just doing town hall meetings.
Right. Well, and who's interviewed Who's interviewed Joe Biden this last time? Who was it? Was it MTV? I mean, MTV, music television.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean that's hard hitting.
Mm.
And then he went on one of the late night talk shows. That's hard hitting too. Wow. I don't know. Whole thing is ridiculous. All right. Still to come. I got to get to Joe Biden getting endorsed by the UAW. I'll get to that. And John Kirby saying that Ukraine is running on empty. Mm-hmm. We need to send money now. I'll get to that. 7:29, we are on the Breakfast Club. Tom in charge of the text. By the way, question of the day, can a woman be president of the United States of America? We had a listener pose this question, said he doesn't believe so because they're too emotional. I'd love to hear from you this morning. Can a woman be president of the United States? I'd love to hear from you. By the way, I'm going to go check on Facebook while Tom's reading the text.
All right. Starting a war with Texas, says this one texter, would be like Russia attacking Ukraine. The outcome might surprise the rest of the United States, says the texter. Hey, we got a phone call. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning. You're on B in the Breakfast Club.
Good morning. How you guys doing today?
We're good. How about you?
Man, I'm doing great. I'm calling from the patch.
There you go. What's on your mind?
Well, Kevin, y'all brought up the question about Texas, going to war with Joe Biden. And would New Mexico stand up with Texas? That idiot that's running this government called New Mexico, I believe she would not. But I believe every conservative, every father, every mother, every brother.
I agree.
Don't forget, we have family in Texas.
I agree.
And
Sure.
Texas is our neighbor, and we, as Scripture says, help your neighbor. I think, New Mexico citizens would bear up arms and go against what's coming across our border. I mean, we're losing kids to fentanyl. We're losing adults to fentanyl. You know, you ain't even got to take it. You just got to be in this general area, and you die. So yeah, this is a war that I think the citizens of New Mexico, I'm one, that is not afraid to defend my family, defend my country, and I have taken that oath of, I used to be a reserve police officer, so I did take that against foreign and domestic. So yeah, I believe that the state of New Mexico citizens, residents, would take up arms and fight against what's coming across our border.
I agree.
Well, I agree. And I truly believe that Joe Biden is on the wrong side of this, and he'll find that out fairly quick. Because,
when it comes to the election.
Also ticked off about this? I mean, recent polling numbers show that it's like 70% of people say our immigration, our border is out of control. So I think they've figured out that Joe Biden's on the wrong side.
Yes. Well, there's one clip that they search it. There's one clip about Joe Biden and what he said, and he finally tells the truth. Back in the 80s, he was running for president, and he didn't even get nominated. And Joe Biden went back and said this. Well, it looks like I got to go prostitute myself just so that I can become president of the United States of America.
There you go.
And has he ever prostituted? And he said that. Personally, in an interview, they need to bring that up. Trump needs to bring that up because you know what? He's not prostituting America. He's pimping us out. And
no, you're 100% right. Well, and you know what? He's learned through the years how to pimp us out to every foreign country and make money off of it. In the meantime, Democrats are saying that Donald Trump received foreign funds while he was president. The Trump Organization, they did receive foreign funds because he's a businessman. He owns hotels all over the world. So foreign entities did pay him to stay at his hotels.
Yes.
What business does the Biden family own? None.
Hunter.
None. There you go. Hey, appreciate you. Take it easy. 7:33 BM, the Breakfast Club. We're going to give you another chance to qualify for the trip we're giving away to Disney. Taking out trash this morning, being brought to you by Trash Eaters. Trash-eaters.com, 575-390-4549. You can also get in touch with the Lovington Animal Shelter. They always want me to remind everybody, look, the Lovington Animal Shelter needs funding and volunteers. They need volunteers to help with the animals. They also need monetary donations to spay and neuter the animals so they can ship these animals off to a no-kill facility. 575-552-3669. Taking out trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters. All right. I'm gonna just say this much. Universities are probably the worst when it comes to division. Universities have gotten to the point where they have made white people feel bad about being white. Whole idea about being privileged is just a bunch of malarkey. But University of Wisconsin Law School seminar, which is mandatory. If you are going to law school, it's mandatory, has recently told students there are no exceptional white people in the world. It's a mandatory orientation seminar for first-year University of Wisconsin Law School students. And they are telling kids there are no exceptional white kids. Students were asked before the Friday presentation in the review pamphlets, one which claims colorblindness, It claims that they're colorblind, but I guess white doesn't count. Because in the same pamphlet, it says, because of your privilege, there are no exceptional white kids in America. That's why they're different. That's why the University of Wisconsin is very much so different. See, you can't tear one group of people down while building another up. You can't step on my back to get ahead of me and claim that you're above me while you're standing on my damn back. I think it's time. I think it's time that we judge a man and a woman by their character and not the color of skin. I don't even know why you people even invoke color of skin. I thought we were trying to get away from judging people by color of skin. Unless you're white. Let's judge people by who they are, what they bring to the table. How about this, law school? Let's judge people by their grades. Wouldn't that be awesome? I'm taking out the trash. You people, you make me sick. Things that happen on this date in history on the way. 7:37, Tom, quickly.
All right, Jason from the Patch. You know, I see the documentary on Texas being one of the only states that could be self-sustainable. I think Joe Biden just is trying to figure out somebody to go to war with before he is terminated, says the Texas this morning. And I agree. This is Trace from Eunice. I guarantee you southeast New Mexico will be with Texas, he's claiming this morning. And how about the question of the day? Is a woman emotional enough to be president? This Lovington liberal says Michelle Obama would be an awesome president, he says this morning.
You have to be smoking crack.
But that didn't answer the question. Didn't answer the question.
No, it doesn't,
make an awesome
but
president?
I'll say it again. They have to be smoking crack. Michelle Obama took Michelle, did he say Michelle Gresham or Michelle Obama? Obama. Okay, well, I mean, Michelle Obama's not a woman to begin with. I mean, prove it, Tom.
Well, she had
Prove
two
it.
kids.
Did she?
Or did she?
Look, I know we hate Obama, but
Were you there?
the woman's a woman.
Were you there?
She's a woman. Her kids look like her.
Do they?
They look like Obama.
Do they?
Both those kids look totally different.
Although the girls have gotten to be really nice looking.
Of course, the conspiracy theory says that it came from his family in Kenya.
Oh, please.
That's the conspiracy theory. I didn't say it.
We're not saying that's true, but I am saying Michelle Obama, Barack is very envious.
Right.
Las Cruces man arrested Tuesday and charged with second-degree murder. Xavier Alejandro, 20 years old, arrested Tuesday. And officers with the Las Cruces Police Department, according to Donna Ana jail records, arrested him. He was booked at the Donna Ana jail. Second-degree murder charges related to a shooting at a house. This is a developing story. That's pretty much all that's out there. All right, Chavez County, New Mexico State Police. Just a word for New Mexico State Police. Anybody writing your press releases, Chavez is spelled, Tom, what's the spelling of Chavez?
Chaves.
Chavez. Not with a Z, with an S. By the way, Chavez County is part of New Mexico.
Yes.
I don't know how you would screw that up, but you'd be surprised that even the Albuquerque Journal screws it up from time to time.
Yankees on it.
Well, sometimes, typos slip through. I will let that go sometimes.
Maybe once.
Sometimes when somebody's writing in a, maybe not necessarily Word, but some other program,
sure,
the
and
spell
it
check.
checks it. Yeah.
That's true, too.
or autocorrect.
New Mexico State Police arrest 24 and seize drugs and guns in Chaves County. New Mexico State Police Crime Suppression Bureau teamed up with investigators, and they made some huge busts. Alien Town takedown occurred in Chaves County, and it started on January 15th and lasted for 5 days. Operation's goal to identify and arrest all major criminals in possession or distributing narcotics. So they made 23 arrests, 23 warrant arrests, 1 misdemeanor arrest, 5 firearms seized, 90 pounds of marijuana, cocaine, 34 grams of cocaine, fentanyl. They've got fentanyl pills that they but they've got 9.6 grams of methamphetamine, but they confiscated $51,000. So they went in, and one of these is that there was a Dodge Ram pickup, Texas plates, and it was on the side of the road, and inside a bag in the car, there was a bunch of marijuana. So they made that K9 alerted. That's an easy deal. Mm-hmm. And they made that arrest, but they made other arrests at the same time. So they confiscated a lot of drugs, and they made 23 arrests and took 23 people off the streets. And sometimes, Tom, you remember this. They said Chaves County was a hotbed for cartel-related drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Even back in the day in Lake Arthur, one of the cartels, a hotbed, they were making methamphetamine right there on Lake Arthur.
I remember
so
that. Yeah.
Chaves County's been a hotbed for illegal activity. It was only last week that they arrested those guys with how much methamphetamine at IHOP? So thank you guys for what you do. Thank you. Stressing over money can actually make you sick. Have you ever stressed over money and it just physically makes you sick? According to a recent study, 59% of people say that they have actually physically been ill because they're worrying about money. You know, we all say money is not important, but when you ain't got it, it's kind of important. All right, we're going to get to things that happened on this date in history. 7:43, be in the Breakfast Club. Tom, you can go and do your thing. Text line 877-396-W105.
You know, this texter saying, I say no woman can. I say no. A woman can't be president. Other countries would see us as weak. They are you already. Probably not as weak as Biden, but that's how it would be viewed. Says this one texter.
Margaret Thatcher was a strong woman, and she was a prime minister.
Yep.
She was
Germany is a woman,
right,
as their chancellor. Mm-hmm. And hell, Canada's got a woman right now, Justin Trudeau. Oh wait, no, he's not.
Justin Trudeau.
He just
okay.
He just plays.
Maybe I was off on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, he has dressed like a woman.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin is afraid Michelle would kick his hiney, says this one texter. Is that possible?
He's a big dude.
Yeah,
he really is.
I know.
He's a big dude.
And Jeffro says, Lovington liberal? Yeah, that isn't a lady. That's a dude, brother, says Jeffro this morning. Anyway, another texter says, it never happened, B. I don't know where this text came from. It'll never happen. Kevin, it doesn't fit the narrative. Elaborate on your text a little bit.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I might agree with you.
Yep. Oh, by the way, good morning, gentlemen. And Tommy, are you ready for today? That's Shorty from Lovington. I was working out yesterday, and he said, you ready to do this? So he's going to be the guy I work out with.
Is he? What did you work out, Tom?
Swimming.
Shorty ain't getting in the pool.
He told me that too. So
I mean, Shorty, I love you. I'm just saying, but the kiddie pool is not available for you, bro.
So Yeah, we're going to work out at the Wellness Center, and so he said he would be
Oh,
willing.
you're going back to the Lovington Wellness Center?
Yeah.
Good. I hope they make you back pay everything that you
Well,
missed.
the membership was lower, so I decided to go ahead and be a member.
Yeah. The membership was lower, and then I had to drive the Hoffs. That makes a lot of sense.
So,
And
When gas
Tom
is like
keep-
$3.50 a gallon.
Tom keeps skipping this one, so I'm going to read it. It says, Tom, have you ever seen a picture of Michelle Obama pregnant or infant pictures of his kids?
oh yeah, many times
Where are they?
when he was running for president. The first
No.
Mm-mm.
They were already grown by then, Tom.
Yeah, but when he was the family pictures, is what I'm saying.
Where are they? Because I never seen them.
So,
Where did you see him, Tom?
well,
Well, the time he was at the White House, him and Barack were hanging
when he
out.
was campaigning, his campaign
playing ball.
would make videos of the family and everything.
And they didn't have any pregnant pictures, and they didn't have the kids when they were babies. I was in Missouri when he first ran for the Senate.
Yeah.
And I remember
I
those
was
ads.
actually in Illinois.
And I remember those ads, and it didn't have it. The kids were grown already.
Ain't that grown?
They were. They were little girls.
The little one was, what, 8?
That's 8 years removed from being a baby.
Yeah. But I'm sure there's somewhere out there.
No. There's a big difference between I'm sure they're out there and I've seen them.
You said that you've seen them. I'd like to see them. Okay, where they're at.
Wow.
Guy Graham. Who's Guy Graham?
Good
Star
question.
Trek.
Oh, that dude. What about him?
Enterprise star. He passed away yesterday. He was
Did he?
73.
Was he in Dancing with the Wolves?
Why would he be in Dancing with the Wolves?
That's the
One.
That's the guy's name, Guy Graham. Wasn't it? Oh, that's Graham Greene. Never mind.
Yeah. He was also in Alien Nation.
Do I stand alone?
Sometimes.
Do I stand alone with... This dude's hard to listen to.
But you love me, right? Come on.
No. All right, Joe Biden endorsing the UAW. Here's Joe Biden. Well, this is actually the UAW president talking about why he endorsed Biden.
Nowhere in history has Donald Trump ever stood for the American worker. He stands against pretty much everything that we stand for.
So you committed to Joe Biden. Many people are noticing it seems very late to commit to him. Were there any doubts? Were there any concerns?
As we said, our endorsements are going to be earned and not freely given anymore. And so, we had to look at a lot of things. And overall, we just had our contract fight with the big three and our most successful contract in history. And, President Biden stood there with us on the picket line, unlike President Trump back in 19 when GM was on strike for 40 days and he was completely non-existent and silent on the issue. I can go down through the list of things, the difference in the candidates, but it's very clear to us who stands with working class people in this country and who stands against them.
And by the way, let me take a moment to say you're an idiot because who else killed the jobs for your car makers? That would be Joe Biden by mandating EVs. They killed jobs.
But union leadership doesn't care
No.
about the workers.
No, they don't care about the workers. They don't care about the country. They don't care about it. And by the way, union worker, back in, when was that, 2019? Remember the guy that approached Joe Biden to talk to him about gun control? Remember he wanted to fight? Here's Joe Biden and the union worker talking about gun control. Joe Biden, you want to step outside? We'll step outside.
You need 100 rounds.
So when you were in Beto, when you said you're going to take our guns,
I did not say that. That's not true. I did not say that.
It's a viral video.
It's a viral video like the other ones they're putting out there. They're simply a lie.
Your voice, you said that you're taking the guns.
Well,
With
he just
Beto.
clarified it. Wait. Take your AR-14s and what?
Okay, this is not okay. Hold on. All right.
That damn AR-14 is probably one of the worst. The hell is an AR-14?
It was a bad gun. That's why you don't know what it is.
It was a very bad gun. That AR-14 was bad. 10 minutes away from a morning show this morning being brought to you by Butcher Block Meat Market and Grill. Find them in Lovington. Family owned and operated. They've got 30 years of experience in the meat market service business. And along with the meat counter, they also have the grill where they're cooking up burritos right now. Get in there and grab up one of those burritos. Maybe you've decided you're doing the keto diet. Get some of the smoked meats that they have in there. That's going to fill you up as you do your job throughout the day. Also, hamburger patties. They've got them already frozen and ready to go. Pick those up. Custom cut meats. You tell them the way you want your meat cut, and they will cut your meat to meet your accommodation. They'll accommodate anything to meet your specifications. And the grill, they have daily lunch specials, and of course they have weekly meat market specials. And you can just like them on Facebook to get both of those. Don't forget weekends, they do menudo, and they're always serving up something awesome. All you got to do is check them out on Facebook. It's Butcher Block Meat Market and Grill. Give them a call and order in advance, 575-739-7778. I got to get to a couple things before we take our break for the national anthem and the pledge. Still foggy out there. Please slow down and be safe. We'll qualify people for our trip we're giving away to Disney. That is on the way. Chance to win that. We'll give you a chance to qualify coming up shortly, and then we'll do it throughout the morning and throughout the day. So be listening for your chance to qualify. Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms and Indoor Firing Range. Find them on Navajo and Hobbs. Veteran-owned and operated, largest gun dealer around, state-of-the-art indoor shooting range. Plus, they have the FBI Milo training simulator. They can give you over 1,000 different scenarios. You can live fire with that, or you can use the laser. Either way. And it is now planned. Our buddy Dwayne Pinnock sent me a message yesterday and said, man, you guys would be welcome to come do that, and we'll see how many times Tom, can shoot a zombie or whatever. Yeah, you can actually do the Milo with zombies attacking you. So it's actually pretty cool. You want to put somebody in a situation where they can figure out how fast they are, drawing their weapon, and actually in a dangerous situation to see how you would react. Because a lot of people react a little different than the way they think they're going to react. So that is that's what the professionals use, the FBI uses, and police forces. The Milo FBI training simulator. Go in there, spend a couple hours in there on the weekend. That's awesome. You can also move on over for the shooting range. You can bring your own gun. You can rent a gun. They'll sell you a gun. They've got all the ammo you'll ever need. They got tactical wear, optics, you name it. It's a one-stop shop for everything. 2atacticalrange.com, or you can go by and check them out at 2A Tactical Firearms and Indoor Range, 236 East Navajo, Suite 1200 in Hobbs. Proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history. King Henry VIII secretly married his second wife, Anne, on this date in 1533. Why was he keeping it a secret?
Right.
Robert Burns was born on this date in 1759. He was a Scottish poet. United Workers of America organized
the
in
UAW.
1890.
Wow.
It was the UW without the UA. Yeah. Inventor of the telephone in 1950. Called Watson in San Francisco. Tom, who invented the telephone?
It was Alexander Graham Bell.
Wow. The Bell family. World's largest diamond discovered in 1925. Elizabeth Taylor finds somebody to buy it and ask her to marry. First Social Security checks were mailed in 1940. Very first Emmy Award took place in 1949. 1961, Walt Disney's animated film was finally released. It was better than the 100 Dalmatians. Yeah. President Kennedy did something no previous president had ever done, and no, it wasn't Marilyn Monroe. In 1961, he held his first live television press conference. 1996, Billy Bailey became the last person to be hung in the United States. It was one that went into the history books. It's a tough way to go in the history books. Sorry, Billy. National Florida Day today, opposite day. Rapper Little Mosey is 22. Alicia Keys is 43 today. Her big song, Fallen. Birthday wish to Mark Duper. What year was that the Super Duper played in Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Didn't he go to jail also? Wasn't he part of the Miami Dolphins cocaine ring?
He was.
Yeah. So Super Duper nowadays drives a Cooper, if I'm not mistaken. Andy Cox from the Fine Young Cannibals is 68. He is a vegan now.
He also played with the English Beat, or just the Beat.
Tom, what song did their biggest song from the Fine Young Cannibals?
I can sing it.
Oh, please.
Just
go
say
ahead.
it.
I love you, baby. I love you, baby.
No.
I don't even know if that's a song.
She drives me crazy.
The Neighborhood.
No, not. You didn't
Not
even
even-
get one of the words.
NFL football player Eugene Washington is 80 years old today.
He used to play for the San Francisco 49ers back in the day.
Played for the Vikings.
No, sir. You're wrong.
Oh, I'm wrong.
He played for the 49ers.
Go ahead and
John
look it
Brody
up.
used to throw to him.
I don't think so.
Sure did.
John Brody threw to him.
Yep, as a wide receiver.
All right, whatever you say. 7:57. Tom and the text, if you would. I got one more story to get to. We'll do our national anthem and our pledge on W105, KWMW Mount Jamora 105.1 FM.
You know, I have searched, and I haven't seen this texter saying not one picture of a pregnant Obama, but lots of pictures of Barack and Michael, says the texter. Okay. Oh, 432 Liberal says it's one of the Marx brothers. Okay. And Cactus from Carlsbad, she's chiming in this morning. You know, I did some research, speaking of JFK and Monroe. Robert Kennedy is the one that was having the affair with Marilyn Monroe, not JFK. Although there are ties to
what?
Well, this is
Isn't that
what
why
she's saying.
She's saying, "Happy birthday, Mr. President."
Right. And
Marilyn Monroe was having an affair with JFK.
yeah, but according to Cactus, although there are ties to JFK, but she was more involved with Robert than she was with John.
Maybe.
I have read a ton of books about JFK and the assassination of John F. Kennedy. She was sleeping with John F. Kennedy.
Well, this the guy says. Oh, she says.
By the
no.
way, Cactus is a woman.
And yeah, and I had that. I broke that story, by the way. Everybody's like, "Well, she's a guy."
I broke that story. I'm sure that Cactus broke that story.
Yeah,
not you.
But nobody knew who she was at this point.
I think she knew exactly who she was.
Yeah. And the question
But
is,
it's nice that you could take credit for her.
Well, and you know, the only person that misgendered her was Tom. So it's nice that you broke the story.
Yep. And
thank you.
The question of the day. This texter saying, yeah, Ronda Rousey, former WWE superstar.
Rousey.
Would be a good one.
It's Ronda Rousey.
Well, Rousey. Same thing.
No,
no one would think.
It's not.
No one would think that she was weak, says the texter. Yeah, she's also an Olympian, a silver medalist Olympian.
You don't even know how to say her name.
Ooh, Ronda? Yeah, but when you're a superstar.
Silver medal in what?
In
yeah, what'd she make a
some
silver
type of martial arts in the Olympics. She was Olympic.
in some kind of martial arts.
Yep.
What martial arts are Olympic sports, Tom?
Well, a bunch of them. But
Well, which ones?
What's that one that starts with a J?
Judo?
You tell me.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Jahuso.
And Ronda Rousey is not a judo person.
She's a.
And by the way, she was not in the Olympics.
They sure was.
Oh, no, she was in Olympics. Yeah,
There
she
you
was
go.
in the Olympics. What did she compete?
Did she do it in judo?
I don't know. She did something.
I mean,
It doesn't say wrestling, right?
Now, she was remembered before she began wrestling. She was a.
Judo. No, it was judo. Yeah.
She was
it
a.
was judo.
Tom scores one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom scores one. The only reason he knows is because she ended up in WWE. That's the only reason he knows.
But she
Other
was.
than that, he would have no idea.
Well, she was in all that. What's that one thing that then the oxygen? You get in
UFC.
UFC. She was in UFC fight.
You know, it is so unmanly that you don't know anything about UFC.
Right.
Even though it is now part of the same organization as WWE.
Now it is correct. 100% correct. Morning show this morning being brought to you by WWRV, 3 RV parks in Carlsbad, 162 RV hookups, 30 and 50 amps available. Check them out. All utilities included with one low price that includes high-speed internet. So if you like streaming movies or playing games, that's not going to be a problem. They're pet-friendly, very well lit up. You can check them out online at www.rv3.com, or you can call them at 988-0392. If you're new to the area looking for a place to park your RV, they have 3 parks in Carlsbad. All you got to do is give them a call, 988-0392. Looks like police arrested a man on the rail runner train accused of threatening employees. Yeah, police officers boarded the rail runner downtown Albuquerque with guns drawn. Dominique Lopez, who police say ran onto the train without paying for a ticket, locked himself inside, and then threatened employees. Reports said at the time he was armed with an axe. He has been arrested. By the way, this is not his first time being arrested. Thought I'd just throw that in there. All right, we're going to take a break. We got to get to the national anthem and the pledge. Some of the stories that we're going to talk about during the next break. How much money do you have on hand? Most Americans can't afford a $1,000 emergency.
What? How do you?
$1,000 emergency will kill most families. We'll get to that. Mitch McConnell lobbying Republicans. Secret deal, really, Mitch? Because of somebody passing gas, United Airline flight had to do an emergency landing. I had no idea Tom flew this past weekend. Man who shot statue protesters in Espanola.
Mm-hmm.
He is suing. We'll talk about that. And lawmakers calling for CYFD to quit housing kids in offices. We'll get to that story coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main and Roswell. Largest selection of firearms, handguns, rifles, shotguns. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. Ladies, if you've been thinking about getting personal protection, they have lethal and non-lethal personal protection. They can tune up your gun. They can you can trade in your gun. You can sell them your guns. And, you know, with the crazy stuff going on with this, you know, New Mexico gun rights, that they're trying to take away our gun rights. I'm just saying, getting a gun now might not be a bad thing as you think things a little ahead. Stop it and check them out. 1907 North Main in Roswell. Closed on Saturday, always open on Sunday. Check them out today. 8:04. Taking a break. We got to do our national anthem and our Pledge of Allegiance this morning. That's being brought to you by Rebecca Long. Rebecca has been in the business, former insurance agent, since she was 19 years of age. 40 plus years later, she's still helping folks. She's doing what she loves. Find her at 226 West Vega in Hobbs. Look, if you're in Hobbs, she can take care of you anywhere in southeast New Mexico. She can take care of your insurance. Most everything nowadays is done electronically, so it's not a big deal. Pick up the phone and call her. 575-393-2661. She can take care of all of your insurance, including commercial insurance, life insurance, home, auto, recreational vehicles. Rebecca Long, 575-393-2661. Proud sponsor of the National Anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance.
We are the Perry family from Hobbs.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
God bless America. God bless you. From W105, our large prayer this morning being brought to you by Jude Oil, reminding you God is in control.
And may the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ be with your spirit.
This is Ashley with Judah Oil, and I ask that you join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who've trespassed against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
808. We are beyond the Breakfast Club. Quick check of the weather, calling for maybe a little foggy conditions this morning. Any chance of rain. 60 for the high. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by our friends at North Star Laundry, your one-stop shop for all your laundry needs. Wash, dry, and fold your clothes. Not a problem. They can take care of that. They can start you up, dry clean your clothes, take care of everything. And they have coin-operated machines in case you want to take care of your own clothes. Find them today in Loving at 406 West Cedar, in Carlsbad at 609 West Lee Street and 604 West Church Street. North Star Laundry. Tonight down to 38. Looking pretty good for your Friday. Maybe a slight chance of rain. 58 for the high. In the weekend weather, sunny and a high of about 58 for Saturday and Sunday. We're going to keep you updated throughout the day with everything going on. We'll check in with news up next, and we'll qualify folks for the trip we're giving away to Disney. News this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale. Settling big cases. In the patch, one case for over $10 million, $9 million medical malpractice case, and settling cases like car accidents and slip and falls pretty much weekly and daily. Luke Ragsdale, if you've been involved in a personal injury case, that's the guy to call. And if you need somebody to defend you in the court of law in a criminal case, Luke can take care of you also. RagsdaleLawFirm.com or 575-208-5300. Let's qualify you for the trip to Disney. We'll check in with news. We're coming back. We're B on the Breakfast Club on W105.
Call in and win.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse.
We're going to Disney World.
W105.
News. I'm Chris Foster. The economy grew faster than most analysts expected at the end of last year.
The gross domestic product for the fourth quarter expanded at a 3.3% pace. The forecast was for just 2% growth. GDP expanded at a 4.9% pace in the full quarter.
Fox's Ginny Casola. GDP for all of 2023 comes in at 2.5%. Texas Governor Greg Abbott is ignoring a Supreme Court ruling and having more razor wire installed along the Rio Grande River.
Several high-profile Republican governors, including Ron DeSantis of Florida, now rushing to Abbott's defense, arguing states like theirs also have a right to protect themselves. There's a small number of Texas Democrats calling on President Biden to federalize the Texas National Guard. The White House has not indicated it's looking to do such a thing, even though it's pushing for a legislative solution with Congress.
Fox's Mark Meredith. The Biden administration argues that razor wire makes it harder for border agents to do their jobs. America's listening to Fox News.
This Hobbs Eagles Sports Update is brought to you by America Supply in Hobbs, locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of Hobbs Eagles athletics.
Looking for oil field, industrial, and safety supplies? Go to America Supply. Need cleaning supplies? America Supply has that too. How about restaurant and food truck supplies? Are you beginning to see a trend here? America Supply carries everything from H2S and quad monitors, fire extinguishers and first aid kits, to safety glasses, vests, FR clothing, fall protection, and gloves of all types. They have your slings and whip checks, your lift straps and cam locks, your adapters, pipe fittings, and threaders. They have many name brands like Lockout, Tagout, Pelican, Milwaukee, Rigid, and so many more. Visit America Supply to find exactly what you're looking for and then some. 502 North Grimes and Hobbs under the Big American Eagle, or call 575-393-3383.
The matchup between number 1 Hobbs Lady Eagles and number 2 the Lady Scorpions of Farmington turned into an instant classic last Friday night. Farmington coming away with a 46-45 win. Hobbs Lady coach Joe Carpenter tells us about the barn burner.
Well, we played pretty good defense. We held Farmington to a season low, 46 points. They had 0 3-pointers made, so we played pretty good defense, gave ourselves a chance to win, but unfortunately it was our worst shooting night probably since I've been in Hobbs. And then Brett Clay at the buzzer hit a half-court shot, and that's the only 3 we made. To lose to the number 2 ranked team in the state by 1 point on an off shooting night, we got some work to do, but we still feel confident we can win this.
The Lady Eagles have not been at home for a solid month. They open up district on January the 30th on a Tuesday night when they host Roswell High, 7 p.m. tip-off.
This has been your Hobbs Eagles Sports Update, brought to you by America Supply, 502 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-393-3383.
Shop the New Year New Gear sale now through January 31st at the Working Guys store. Loyalty members receive 20% off any Thorogood boots and 15% off any Double H boots. Cinch outerwear for men, women, and kids, 15% off. And winter gloves for men and women, 25% off. Get to the New Year New Gear sale now through January 31st at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
Why pay more? Get to the Working Guys store. For every road in life, Permian Truck Guys.
Trucks are one of the specialties at Permian Chevy. Truck lovers all over Southeast New Mexico and West Texas find the truck they want at Permian Chevy. No hassle sales approach. New and used trucks. Lots of them.
For every road in life, Permian Truck Guys.
Find your truck at 701 West Navajo in Hobbs or anytime at PermianGM.com.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Class A CDL driver and heavy equipment operator opportunities are available now at McNabb Partners in Hobbs. If you have Class A experience with a dump truck or belly end dump, apply today. If you have experience with a backhoe, track hoe, loaders, or road graders, hurry down to 5014 West Carlsbad Highway to apply. McNabb Partners also has openings for general laborers. Uniforms provided. Don't miss out on paid health, dental, vision, and life insurances, plus a 401k. Apply in person today, 5014 West Carlsbad Highway in Hobbs. McNabb Partners is an equal opportunity employer. Must pass pre-employment drug screen.
That is the sound of your company logo getting printed on 500 shirts. Smart move. And an even smarter move in choosing the experts.
Awesome Graphics, serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas for 15 years, can not only brand your t-shirts, they can embroider your polos, hats, and jackets. They can print your signs and stickers, large and small. They can handle vinyl graphics for your vehicle. Are the windows in your business too plain? Awesome can print custom decals that allow you to see out, but your customers just see your logo. In fact, Awesome Graphics can put your logo on practically every promotional item under the sun, from coffee cups and water bottles to keychains and sun visors for your company vehicles. Want authentic Yeti Ramblers, mugs, or tumblers customized with your company logo? Awesome Graphics is ready. Stop by 523 West Sanger and Hobbs for ideas, or simply visit myawesomegraphics.com. Trust Awesome Graphics and rest assured, whatever they print it on, your logo will look awesome.
It's alive! Bee and the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
You're the coolest person that's ever talked to me.
Hey, we got the boob of the day coming up this morning. Our number 877-396-W105. We are B on the Breakfast Club. Tom, busy qualifying people for the trip we're giving away to Disney. We'll check back in with him in just a second. Weather for the day, calling for that fog this morning, so be safe this morning. White House spokesperson John Kirby talking about Ukraine. They're running on empty, Blake. They do not have enough money. They are running on empty. If we do not send them the money, bad things will happen. Here's what he said.
But that's why it's so critical that we get this supplemental funding. Because as I said earlier, the Ukrainians are making some tough decisions on the battlefield about what they're going to shoot and what they're going to save for another day. And the Russians know that. So part of this is trying to break the back of the Ukrainian people, but also trying to force the Ukrainians to continue to use munitions in defense of themselves.
I'm going to be honest. I've seen the videos from Kyiv. It doesn't look like anybody's breaking anybody's back.
No, well, maybe the barista at the coffee shop.
But in the meantime, we're paying off their national debt as ours grows. And new reports coming out from Representative Vance from Ohio saying we have not kept up with what weapons we have been sending to Ukraine. And did they go to another country after they went to Ukraine?
Well,
Do we know that?
We don't know that those weapons went somewhere because we don't track them.
No, and that's what he's saying. J.D. Vance is saying exactly that. Crazy. All right, Fulton County residents are a little ticked off about what's going on in Fulton County. If you don't know, Tom, what's in Fulton County?
Fulton County is in Atlanta, Georgia. It's where the Atlanta Braves play.
So they're investigating the Atlanta Braves?
No, but that's where they play, though.
Oh, I had no idea that the Atlanta Braves played in Atlanta. Thank God that we have you.
So what's going on over there in Fulton County?
Trump's being investigated. Remember that case?
Oh, well,
I don't know. Who's Fannie Willis?
Well, she's in trouble. She's at the DA who supposedly had an affair.
Supposedly?
Yeah.
Admittedly?
Maybe admittedly.
Yeah. Anyway, residents were none too happy yesterday at the county commissioners meeting. Here is this black resident saying he's fed up.
Some of you all have made the comment this morning on my way in that he's done, he's through, it's over. Well, I want to let you know that Derek Blassigan, I'm done with Fulton County fumbling our elections. I'm done with the gross mismanagement of our taxpayer dollars by the Fulton County Democrats on this body. I'm disgusted at the information that is coming out of the district attorney's office as a taxpayer. I am done with most of your silence at the DA's apparent love affair with the special prosecutor and gross mismanagement of taxpayers' dollars to pursue what appears to be a frivolous lawsuit based off of partisan politics. Apparently, guys like me need to court Fulton County female executives if we want a free ride at all paid expense.
There you go. And so what Fannie Willis is saying, well, he's gone now. He's not going to be the lead prosecutor. Oh, awesome. He's already made $1 million off of you. Great. He's already been paid. So now he's just going to go away. What a colossal waste of money.
Right.
Well, I guess it wasn't your money to begin with, right? Okay, I got you. California woman earned a Guinness World Book of Records. She's got the title. Single strand growing off her bicep is 7.24 inches long.
Like hair?
Yeah. Single strand of hair is like 7.24 inches long.
Show the camera how long that is, Tom.
7 inches.
Can you see
Well,
that?
yank it off.
He's making an L shape with his hand. Your fingers are not 7 inches long.
Well, they are.
No,
two,
they're not.
3, 4, 5,
Well,
6, 7.
Yeah.
No.
Now and by the way, it was her first time ever seeing 7 inches too. So, strand of hair was 7.24 inches long. Wow.
Growing out her leg.
Bicep
now
is on your
she's-
arm, not
Guinness
your leg.
World Book of Records. Now, what do you think is the Guinness World Book of Records for a chest hair?
30 inches?
Do you know where chest is, Tom? Because you didn't know where the bicep was.
30 inches?
30 inch chest hair. I have no idea. I'm going to look that up because since I was in the hospital and they shaved my chest, I have never been there. Maybe it's the testosterone. I don't know. But I guarantee you, I have a chest hair that is probably 12 inches long. Maybe I could be in the Guinness World Book of Records. Just saying. There are 154 pennies in a pound of copper.
Okay.
But copper has jumped up in price to $3.78 a pound. I mean, people are melting down pennies.
They are.
But there's a problem with that, Tom. What's
can't
the
do it.
problem melting down pennies?
Can't do it. It's against the
You
law.
can't melt down copper?
Yep.
Copper won't melt?
Oh, you cannot melt down money.
That's not the problem.
What is it?
Well, what do you mean can't melt down money?
It's against the law.
If you heat it up enough, it will melt.
But if you do it on purpose, it's against the law.
Well,
that's not.
When does that stop somebody from doing something? Blake, what's the problem why people melting down copper pennies is not going to
Because
gonna work?
pennies are no longer made of copper.
Well, they
That's
are
true.
made, they are only copper coated.
Right.
So the inside is not copper. So if you've been thinking about, well, copper is very expensive.
Now, if you go back to like wheat pennies and back, those are still
Right.
copper.
Yeah. And here's the problem with this. Radio towers are going to be hit because the price of copper is so high.
Mm.
We had a tower in Oklahoma that came down because, bunch
Now,
of.
I also want to point out that those traffic cameras have about 3 pounds of copper in them.
Yeah, go get one of those. By the way, if like at our tower, there are cameras everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the reason that we have cameras up everywhere and alarms is because of tweakers going out there and thinking about cutting into our copper. So we're going to protect ourselves. Netflix gained over 13 million new subscribers in the fourth quarter of 2023. Wait, they increased the price and more. That's a lot. 13 million new subscribers. That's huge.
It beat their estimates by like double.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I think it's because of some announcements coming down the road that are been kind of leaked.
Ohio Senate voted yesterday to override Mike DeWine, the governor's veto of the bill that banned trans-related medical care for transgender minors. Done.
Well,
finished.
The big thing on that, Do you have the details on that?
Let's see. The bill would become law in 90 days following the 23-9 vote earlier this month. The House voted 65 to 28 to override the governor's veto. Ohio is now the 22nd state with law restrictions against minors accessing puberty blockers, hormone treatment, and 24th with a law barring trans girls and women from playing in women's sports teams.
All the way through college.
Yeah, all the way through college.
At the Ohio State University, you won't have a transgendered male swimming on the female team.
No, not going to happen. No. $1,000 of unexpected emergencies could bankrupt many Americans, according to Bankrate.com. They just did a study, and it shows that most Americans cannot afford a $1,000 expense. 2/3 of Americans, because of inflation and the inability to put money aside, a $1,000 expense would pretty much bankrupt them.
Ooh.
That's sad. That is really, really sad. And Mitch McConnell lobbies Republican senators to pass a secret immigration bill. Mitch McConnell needs to go.
Yep.
I mean,
get him out.
At number one, after his second stroke, he needed to step down. But he needs to go. Who else has ties to the Chinese party besides Joe Biden? Mitch McConnell. Look it up. Look his family's business up. Shipping tycoons.
Right.
All their business is financed by the Chinese Communist Party. The only sitting senator that went to China, and it was paid for by the Chinese Communist Party. By the way, his sister-in-law sits on the board of a Chinese Communist Party bank.
Yeah, he's endemic of the swamp.
Yeah, I can't make that up. All right, 8:27. We're going to get to the boob of the day. Tom on the text, if you will.
All right, Robbie's chiming in. He said, how the heck did the Ukraine president buy to a $20 million yacht when he was poor before the war? Robbie's asking this morning.
Well,
with our money.
That happens when the Biden family is in cahoots with you.
It's called political corruption.
Right. Another texter says that pre-1982 cents made of copper, the pre-65 for silver.
For the silver coins, like
for the
dimes
silver
and
coins,
quarters.
says the texter. So.
Yep. 90% silver. It's not solid.
So if it's copper coated, what's underneath it?
I think it's a mix of like tin and zinc, if I'm correct, but I don't remember.
Something like that.
I think it's air, Tom.
Huh. And John
fried chicken.
There you go. John from Eunice says
menudo.
Right, I love menudo. John from Eunice says, there you go, Tom. Dang, sure was. I swear, man, you're a nut job. Says John from Eunice this morning, but he enjoys listening to the show.
All right, we're going to talk about somebody passing way too much gas. We'll get to that in just a second. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Medical professionals on staff. Go in there and get the deep dive into your blood work. Find out what's going on with you. Maybe you are not feeling really good. Maybe there's something going on with your body. Your body is talking to you, but you are not listening. Maybe you ought to listen up. Go get the deep dive into your blood work. Let them sit down with you and go over everything. Guys, it could be something as simple as your hormones are out of whack. Yeah, you have hormones too. It's just not women. Testosterone, if it's low, that's a hormone. And if it's low, it can cause a lot of different things can happen. You can actually feel depressed. No get up and go. Your libido is gone. And same thing with women when their hormones are out of whack. Let them do the hormonal optimization for you. And if you're living in pain, guys, there's a solution. And no, it's not pain pills and steroid shots. They offer multiple things if you're living in pain. Look up stem cell therapy. ozone therapy. Ozone therapy is when they take ozone, which is a gas, and induce it into your spine if you're suffering from back pain. They can also shoot it into your knees, your elbows, your shoulders, and it works. I am somebody that can tell you that it works. For me, it works about 6 months. They also have the cryo chamber. Go talk to them today. Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics, 3900 North Lovington Highway, Suite 550 in Hobbs, online at thedesertfma.com. You can always follow them on Facebook. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
You know, we've seen people get back together even after divorce, but I don't think this guy is bouncing back. A guy in central Pennsylvania is facing charges after he stole his father-in-law's life savings and went on a spending spree. The son-in-law is 29-year-old Andrew Booker. He's from Altoona, which is about halfway between Pittsburgh and Harrisburg in Pennsylvania. Last February, he called the cops to report a break-in and claimed someone stole his father-in-law's safe with $2 million inside of it.
Uh-oh.
Of course, cops were immediately suspicious, so they kept an eye on him.
Right.
And they noticed that old guy there started to make him some large purchases shortly thereafter. And even though he'd been unemployed, he managed to buy new ATVs and a brand new Harley. He'd also buy stuff for $30, pay with $100, and tell him to keep the change.
Right.
He always paid cash, and that turned out to be his undoing. The father-in-law had been saving up for decades, and most of the money was older-style bills. Okay? Employees at the stores confirmed he used old bills and said they smelled musty. Turns out Andrew and his wife were in the middle of a divorce when all this went down.
Uh-oh.
And he used a bunch of the money to, quote, take care of his new girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He got arrested last month for the theft and a bunch of other charges. His new girlfriend also got arrested because it turned out she knew where the money came from. Thankfully, it sounds like the police were able to recover all the unspent money, but in under a year, Andrew blew through about $140,000.
Wow.
He ain't greedy.
That's pretty greedy. Stealing your father-in-law's $2 million life savings and spending $140,000 of it?
In a year, that's what I'm saying. He ain't greedy.
You are the boob of the day.
How is he not greedy by stealing somebody else's money and spending it?
I mean, but he spent $100,000, right? I would
He spent $140,000 and didn't buy any big purchases. Like the biggest purchase was like a motorcycle.
I would have spent a whole lot more than $100,000.
Not greedy. He stole somebody else's money.
That's theft. That ain't greed.
That's
Boob
greed.
Of the day, being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics, and Tom is the boob of the day every day.
That's number 10.
I had no idea that you were actually flying over the weekend. I had no idea you were in Phoenix. American airline plane reportedly forced to return to the gate due to high gas or high winds.
I am not a crop duster.
Disgruntled passengers. Yeah, big stink over one person flying on the plane from Phoenix to Austin, Texas. Before most people had boarded, they kept smelling something.
Oh, my.
Somebody actually said, "What the hell is that?" Majority of the passengers were on board when they heard the man pass gas.
Oh.
Somebody said, "What the hell was that?" No, it wasn't the wind. It wasn't the wings flapping. It was him passing gas. Somebody in the row next to him said, "Hey, you ought to get you a private plane if you're going to be that blanking rude." At one point, flight attendants intervened and said, "That's enough." Yeah, Fartinator said he couldn't control his farts. They actually had to get everybody off the plane. And then they reboarded in 15 to 30 minutes. I guess they went in there with a bunch of matches and lit the matches. God only knows. By the way, the flight was not low on gas. He missed the opportunity to fart the entire way. But as he got off the plane, he said, "Smell you later." Thank God we won't be smelling you later. American Airlines, by the way, made a comment about the big stink. Wow.
Did they ban him?
They probably banned him. Yes, he's probably banned for life. We'll see you on Spirit Airline, buddy, where you can fart all day.
That's right.
Not a problem. Looks like the Anate statue protester has sued the suspected suitor's parents. Why would you sue the parents?
Give him the gun.
So the shooting victim, Jacob Johns, by the way, I don't trust anybody with two first names. That's just me. Is seeking compensation for damages from Ryan Martinez, alleging that the hate-filled actions and supposedly negligence from Martinez's parents led Johns to get shot in the torso. Jacob suffered a physical injury. He has lost his spleen and lost part of his liver and part of his pancreas after being shot by Ryan Martinez. Now, I will say this much. They were beating him, but he had gotten across the wall and then turned around and shot them.
Right. So
if he would have shot them when he was being beaten, that's a total different deal.
Yes.
The controversy all happened, of course, when they had removed the statue and they were putting the statue back up, right? Is that the way that went?
Yes.
Last year?
Yeah. And that activist, I want to point out, he came from like Spokane, Washington.
Right.
To protest something in New Mexico that has no relation to him whatsoever.
Yeah. In the lawsuit, John claims that Martinez was illegal manufacturing gun parts used in a 3D printer. And so you're talking about a ghost gun? I still don't know why you're suing his parents.
Because they knew that he was investigated by the FBI.
But, I mean, my actions should have no reflect. My kids, what they do, no, please don't sue me.
Well, they want to use this as a jumping off point for being able to sue gun manufacturers.
Oh, you can sue manufacturers, you can sue parents. Okay, I got you. Lawmakers calling on CYFD to quit housing children in their offices. Well, that's a no-brainer, isn't it?
It is.
Wow. So, looks like several lawmakers are calling for CYFD to stop housing them. Of course, remember we had some bad things going on in Roswell, and then, of course, one youth accused of being raped inside the Albuquerque offices. Housing kids inside an office building, it's just
not good.
I mean, we can house illegal immigrants inside 5-star hotels.
But the ones we're supposed to be taking care of, we make sleep on cots in offices.
Yeah. God bless. 839, Tom on the text, and some of the stories we'll talk about during the next break. Pedestrian killed in Albuquerque, hit and run. We'll talk about that. Las Cruces man sentenced to 46 months in prison. I'll tell you what he did. Red states, NRA, back bill to allow armed teachers in the classroom. Gets a step closer. Mississippi mom. She's a mom of 3. Shoots a man. I'll tell you what the man was doing. And Louisiana Senator John Kennedy, he did something yesterday. I'll tell you what he did. We'll get to those stories coming up next. 8:39, Tom.
Oh, JD from Hobbs is saying, Tom, you probably would have spent that much on those buffets, says the texter. And
talking about the 140,000.
Yeah. Talking about the 140,000.
Well, at least he was frugal. He wasn't. He wasn't greedy.
No, Jeff was saying that he was a Democrat. They don't consider it greed. They consider it theirs. Says,
well, I mean, it was somebody else's money. I mean, I got to have that money.
Yeah.
Well, Tom didn't consider it greed.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
No, he only stole $140,000.
I mean, it was somebody else's money.
He was going to spend the whole $2 million, but he hadn't got around to it.
Can't think of it anyway.
The wealth.
So it's okay just to take somebody else's?
So, what's that? What?
So you think it's okay just to take somebody else's?
Yeah, Blake. I mean, what's the problem with? We share the wealth.
Right.
Number 11.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Tom, we got to do check the weather, then we'll take a break. Weather this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name across southeast New Mexico. When it comes to roofing, siding, metal buildings, they can accommodate all of that. Giving your home a complete makeover with new siding, new windows, new doors, also the seamless gutters. They can do all of that. If you need metal buildings, they offer two different types of metal buildings, commercial and industrial type metal buildings. If you need a new roof, they got covered there with shingle roofs and metal roofs. Find out more information, Seminole Siding and Construction.com, 575-391-1430. Give them a call today. High today, 60. Some of that fog maybe starting to burn off shortly. Still a chance of rain this morning, becoming sunny this afternoon. 38 and clear tonight, and then tomorrow a 10% chance of morning rain. 58 for the high, 58 Saturday and Sunday, but it's going to be sunny both of those days. 5-day forecast. Check it out for yourself, W105radio.com. All right, let's take a break. We're going to qualify folks for the trip we're giving away to Disney. We're going to get you updated with all the news. News this morning being brought to you by Janko Janitorial. Find them in Artesia on Main Street. They've got the experience to take care of you. Commercial janitorial company, industrial janitorial company, all field-related cleaning, not a problem. They also have all the cleaning supplies you might need if you already have somebody cleaning your office. Yeah, they offer commercial-grade janitorial supplies. You can call Amber. She'll sell you the cleaning supplies and get them delivered for you if you need so. 575-703-1869. Website, JankoJanitorial.com. We're coming right back, 842. We're W105.
Call in and win.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Mickey Mouse.
We're going to Disney World.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. 3 former police officers from Jal, New Mexico, appearing in federal court after facing allegations they deprived an unnamed individual of their constitutionally protected rights while working as police officers. A grand jury indicted charges Corey Patrick Safel, Cesar Enrique Mendoza, and Robert Edward Embley with willfully depriving a John Doe of the right to be free from a lawful arrest. Indictment notes that John Doe allegedly injured in the process. Department of Justice says the incident happened at the end of July in 2021. 3 former officers being kept in custody until their detention hearings at the end of January. A state child, youth, and families department employee facing several felony charges for allegations of housing minors for months. The New Mexico State Police began the investigation on Tuesday, January 2nd, after receiving a call about the incident from another CYFD staff member. She told police that 31-year-old Pedro Martinez had been housing CYFD youth since October last year. Police were told Martinez was served a letter manner of reprimand for violating policy by talking to youth via social media. State police were able to speak to Martinez at his home Monday, January 8. Martinez admitting to 2 juveniles living with him on and off in the past 2 months. Those 2 were 14 and 16 years old. There was a marked increase in the number of students attending Hobbs Municipal Schools this year from last year as enrollment continues to rebound from lows experienced during and immediately following the shutdown of schools by the governor in response to the COVID pandemic. LaShawn Bird, HMS Deputy Secretary for Data Analysis, presented the enrollment numbers as of December 1st, the 80th day of the 2023-24 school year, to the district's Board of Education last week, while the number of students attending Hobbs schools decreased slightly from last reporting period. On the 40th day of classes, 10,281 students compared to 10,268. Enrollment increased from 10,197 on the first day of school on August 9. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
Shop the New Year New Gear Sale now through January 31st at the Working Guys store. Loyalty members receive 20% off any Thorogood boots and 15% off any Double H boots. Cinch outerwear for men, women, and kids, 15% off. And winter gloves for men and women, 25% off. Get to the New Year New Gear Sale now through January 31st at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
Walk into the Working Guys store.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We got to get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
It's truck season at Sierra Blanca Motors in beautiful Ruidoso. Shop their line, overflowing with Ram Tough trucks. For a limited time, Sierra Blanca Motors is offering an unprecedented 13% under MSRP on their entire inventory of new 2023 half, 3/4, and 1-ton Ram trucks in stock. Shop online at SierraBlancaMotors.com. Sierra Blanca Motors, your 4-wheel drive headquarters. No gimmicks, no markups, no addendums, ever.
Hey everyone, this is Daniel Bellis at Carlsbad Chevrolet. I want you guys to relax a little bit. I want you to lean back and I'm going to hypnotize you. We're going to buy your vehicles at Carlsbad Chevrolet. We're going to give you top dollar at Carlsbad Chevrolet to buy your vehicles.
Now wake up and bring me your dang car. What's really going on? Bring your cars. You need to get rid of them. I need more. I'm ready to pay you top dollar like I pay the auctions. We need to supplement these new cars that are not coming, and we need them now. That's right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet. No hassles, no commissions, period.
Southeastern New Mexico Veterans Transportation Network is in need of volunteer drivers. You do not have to be a veteran to drive. At SCNM Veterans Transportation Network, they transport veterans to and from their doctor's appointments in Southeastern New Mexico, West Texas, and many other places at absolutely no cost to our beloved veterans that have fought hard for our country. If you are interested and would like to volunteer, please contact Alice for more details at 575-622-0729, 622-0729. Remember, all gave some and some gave all. Please help support our local veterans today.
One day, 2 big shows. Kicker Monster Truck Show comes to the Lee County Event Center Saturday, February 10th. Kamikaze, Jurassic Attack, Overkill Evolution, Higher Education, Taurus, Black Stallion, plus a freestyle motocross show. And did we mention Tough Truck Racing? Come early for the pit party and take a ride on a real monster truck. Tickets now at KickerMonsterTruck.com. Sponsored by 4 Rivers Equipment, Hobbs Iron and Metal, Sherwin-Williams Paint, and Garner's Motorsports.
Hey everybody, this is Dustin Garrett with New Mexico Junior College's Entertainment and Music Technology program. The Electric Mambo is going to be coming over to the banquet hall at the Lee County Events Center on Thursday, February the 1st, starting at 7:30 p.m. The theme of the night is Dance Party by Request, a full dance party experience for you, the City of Hobbs, and New Mexico Junior College. Admission price is only $10 and half price for kids under 12. And with your college ID, you show that at the door and you get them for free. We can't wait to see you on Thursday night, February the 1st at the Lee County Events Center Banquet Hall. Follow New Mexico Junior College on social media, on Instagram and Facebook for more information. All proceeds from this concert go to the Entertainment and Music Technology Scholarship Fund.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Be in the Breakfast Club, being powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and carlsbadchevrolet.com. Call or text 877-396-W105.
There is no more drilling. I haven't formed any new drilling.
Everybody just scream!
And good morning to you. It's about 10 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Blake, did you hear my construction going on during the break?
I did not, because I had your mic turned off.
That's good. That's good. I was drilling holes and putting up I built me a networking shelf. So all the wires aren't sticking out and all that type of stuff. So
very cool.
I was drilling holes through concrete.
I might need to borrow that drill later.
Yeah, this drill, it says DeWalt, but believe me, it's not a DeWalt. But it's actually a hammer drill. You know, so drilling through concrete doesn't kill me.
Well, that's why you got to have a hammer drill if you're going to do any kind of drilling.
And the crazy thing is, this is a knockoff. This ain't a DeWalt. Believe me. I mean, you can look at the battery and know it's not a DeWalt. But it's one of these Chinese knockoffs, but it's 3 years old.
Right.
So maybe it's not from China because everything from China doesn't work.
Right. Well, it only cost like $5 instead of $100.
Yeah, I mean, it was like maybe $25. So that's how I know it's not a DeWalt.
Right.
DeWalt's very proud. 16-year-old recently made headlines when she said her parents had spent around $3,000 over the last year in help maintaining her Stanley Cup what's it called?
Infatuation.
Infatuation, yes. Anyway, $3,000 spent on Stanley Cups?
Look, they're great for camping. I don't understand this whole... I don't understand it. It's a cup.
I bet our parents wish at this point that they spent $3,000 on condoms.
Oh.
Okay, maybe that was over the top. Sorry. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle made a surprise appearance in Jamaica.
Did anybody?
They were. You know what's crazy? So Bob Marley, the brand new movie premiere coming out. It's called Bob Marley's One Love, and I'm a fan of reggae music. I love it.
Yeah, I intend to watch it.
I mean, what were they doing? So anyway, they went to the red carpet event in Jamaica.
And why? Nobody.
Tom.
Yep.
Bob Marley had a son. He actually had a couple hits.
He had a couple sons who are musicians.
Yeah.
Right.
Name one of his sons with that went on to be in the music business.
I'm going to say his son was Bob Marley Jr.
Really?
He actually had one son named Ziggy.
Mm-hmm. He's the more popular of the two. Stephen also.
Oh.
He named his kids after Zigzag.
I guess.
I'm making
You don't
that
know
up.
who Ziggy Marley is?
Never heard of him.
Well,
you don't.
John Williams nominated for an Oscar for the soundtrack of Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny. Broke his own record for the oldest person ever to be nominated for the Academy Award. 91.
I was going to say, isn't he around 90?
90.
Yeah, 91.
But what's his most famous song that he wrote?
Oh, do tell, sir. Do tell.
I'll sing it to you.
No. There is no. There is no singing.
Wait, how is that a song?
Jaws.
That wasn't Jaws.
You knew that was. You knew if you heard that, you knew it was Jaws.
That wasn't Jaws. And I would say that is one of his songs, but you're going to tell me that's more famous than Close Encounters of the Third Kind or Star Wars, or Superman.
Yeah. People didn't actually go to the beach after they saw that movie.
He didn't do the movie, Tom. He did the soundtrack, and
Still,
you said
and it's the neighborhood.
You said that's his most famous.
Yep.
More than
he composed that song.
More than Star Wars.
Yep.
More than Superman.
You're a tech fan anyway. Yeah,
dude. I mean, think of that song. Dun, 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 dun. How hard was that?
Well, it's hard. I mean,
more than Raiders of the Lost Ark. More than.
Yep.
All right, information coming out. Blake
That would
Shelton.
be a good question, by the way.
Bonnie, what's that?
What's that?
Is which? I would like to know what John Williams composition that our listeners think.
Well, if somebody wants to answer,
Yeah.
go ahead. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani, supposedly their marriage has had a rough spot, according to
again.
They're having some issues. They're kind of opposite attracts.
They are.
I mean, they really are. But you know, God bless them. I hope they work it out.
I think they're going
eBay
5
cutting
years.
1,000 jobs, or about 9% of the workforce. Have you been noticing lately all the jobs being eliminated? I mean, in this great economy that we have, why would we have jobs being eliminated? That doesn't make sense. I mean, we got an awesome economy. This Bidenomics is working. I don't even get it. I don't. Seriously, I don't get it. With this awesome economy, why would we be killing jobs? That makes no sense. Pedestrian killed in Albuquerque, North Valley, about 7:30 p.m. last night. That's pretty much all we know. Las Cruces man sentenced to 46 months in prison for a 2022 armed robbery. 46 months. How many years is that, Tom?
46 months?
Yeah.
4 years and 4 months.
Wrong.
Anyway, this guy gets committing
4
an armed
years.
robbery, that's a big deal. I mean, if we're going to be tough on guns,
Mm-hmm.
using a gun to commit a armed robbery, that should be a sentence that's 10 years. Anyway, he robbed Lowe's home improvement store in Las Cruces. He gets 46 months in prison for armed robbery. And red states NRA-backed bill to allow armed teachers in the classroom is one step closer. One step closer for some of these red states. And we have a handful of states that are pushing armed teachers. Texas has already taken that. And teachers, to get their gun license to be in schools, they actually have to undergo training. Idaho is the newest one that is pushing for teachers to be armed in schools. Speaking of armed, a mother of 3 shot a knife-wielding home intruder. And by the way, police are saying it was a brave act. So Mississippi mother protecting herself and her 3 kids from a knife-wielding home intruder, shot the guy, shot him in the arm, didn't kill him. So the mother of 3 heard the suspect, 42-year-old Stephen Gross, banging down the door, front door of her house. And she was able to shoot him in the arm where he was holding the knife. Police said that probably saved their life. Looking at the picture of this guy, it looks like he's on some type of drugs. I mean, it's not every day that somebody comes try to bust through your door. I'm thinking he was on some type of drugs. The Louisiana Senator John Kennedy endorsed. Who do you think he endorsed for president, Tom?
I think he's going to go with, although he should, but I think he's going to go with Trump.
Well, I mean, he's a Republican. Of course he went with Trump. I mean, I would ask the question, what took him so long?
Right.
That's serious. What exactly took you so long? I guess he didn't want to go against DeSantis. Is probably that. All right, Tom and the text, get her done. Good news of the day coming up in just a second. Our number 877-396-W105, KWMW Malgemore 105.1 FM. Just, let's just call it 9 o'clock.
There you go. And 432 Libro is chiming in. It's the Imperial March.
That's the Darth Vader.
It's called,
theme.
yeah. But it's not dun 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 dun.
It's really a good song.
Yeah.
My point is that John Williams did a lot of really great
A bunch
themes.
of them. Yeah, I agree with
and
you.
I don't. I just don't think that you can pick just one and say it's the greatest.
Oh, this is for you, buddy. Oh, no, Blake is a female. He always wants to be right.
It doesn't say Blake is a female.
This thing sure is. It's like a female.
Thank you.
Well, are you?
No.
Okay. And
very,
Tom,
very much all male.
Okay. And Tom, that's music. A song has lyrics, you bonehead, says the text. Well, I can sing that
it's not a
Jaw
song.
song.
John is saying it's not a song, it's music.
Yeah. But I can sing it. Hey, guys.
Well,
it's okay to take somebody's money. You take his next paycheck and give it to Will. I mean, the other didn't affect him directly. This will make him have a different attitude.
Wait a second. Let me just say, I've been carrying him for so long, I should get his paycheck.
Wow.
I think the point is that he thinks it's okay to take other people's money, so take his.
But you know what? I'm the type of person that I believe that our listeners have been suffering through Tom, that we should give the money back to the listeners.
They love us.
That's the type of person I am.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Hey, B, we got a phone call. Good morning. You are on B and the Breakfast Club.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I would like to give out a birthday shout out
Yeah, whose birthday is it?
for Linnea and Isaac Lee.
Well, happy birthday.
Are they twins or what?
Hope.
No, one is 10 years old and one is 4 years old.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. I hope they
Happy
both
birthday.
have a great day today.
Thank you. Can we request
Thank
a song?
I know that was coming.
We don't do songs on the morning show.
Oh, yeah, we do.
But later on, maybe we'll play a song for them. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you. 901 KWMW Malmore. We're going to take our break, keep you updated with everything going on. News this morning being brought to you by Main Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. Fifth wheels, travel trailers, they've got you covered. RVs, they've got the fifth wheels. Go online and check them out. You can take the virtual tour of every unit they have on the lot, new and pre-owned. MainTrailerSalesInc.com, 575-622-1751. MainTrailerSalesInc.com. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. 70-plus years in the business. Go check them out on the web. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. Coming right back, Beyond the Breakfast Club will continue. Right now, let's give you a chance to qualify for the trip we're giving away to Disney from W105.
Call in and win.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse. We're going to Disney World.
The economy grew faster than most analysts expected at the end of last year.
The gross domestic product for the fourth quarter expanded at a 3.3% pace. The forecast was for just 2% growth. GDP expanded at a 4.9% pace in the full quarter.
Fox's Ginny Casola GDP for all of 2023 comes in at 2.5%. Texas Governor Greg Abbott is ignoring a Supreme Court ruling and having more razor wire installed along the Rio Grande River.
Several high-profile Republican governors, including Ron DeSantis of Florida, now rushing to Abbott's defense, arguing states like theirs also have a right to protect themselves. There's a small number of Texas Democrats calling on President Biden to federalize the Texas National Guard. The White House has not indicated it's looking to do such a thing, even though it's pushing for a legislative solution with Congress.
Fox's Mark Merritt, the Biden administration argues that razor wire makes it harder for border agents to do their jobs. America's listening to Fox News.
This Lovington Wildcat update being brought to you by Battle Energy Services. 1315 Avenue D in Lovington, with 5 generations of their own Lovington Wildcats.
Proudly serving the Permian Basin for over 10 years, Battle Energy Services says good luck to the Lovington Wildcats. With locations in Lovington, New Mexico, and Midland, Texas, Battle Energy is your source for BOP, nipple up, and testing services. Also offering Safeland USA and H2S oilfield safety classes every Friday. 5 generations of Lovington Wildcats are behind the family and team at Battle Energy Services. Call 575-942-9472. That's 575-942-9472. Go Wildcats.
The Lovington Lady Wildcats are 12-6 on the season and played 2 5A toughies in Clovis and Carlsbad last week. They didn't win those games, but there was a silver lining that came from it. Coach, Chief Bridgeforth.
We didn't shoot it great, but, give them credit for it, and big enough and athletic enough to give us problems inside. I felt like we played hard and definitely get more out of that than, sometimes blowing out a lesser team.
This week, the Lady Wildcats will take on Chaparral and then a rematch with Carlsbad and then open up district play against Artesia on February the 2nd.
What we've been aiming for, you hope you have all the kinks worked out. Your schedule, you hope, helped you out playing good people, and then because our district's going to be super tough. So looking forward to it, actually.
And this district is one of the toughest in the state, with Portales with 14 wins, Artesia 13, and Lovington with 12. Goddard brings up the rear with 6 wins.
This Lovington Wildcat update being brought to you by Battle Energy Services. Call 575-942-9472. Go Wildcats.
For every road you take, it's Permian Chevrolet.
The most trusted and reliable people are those at Permian Chevrolet in Hobbs. Trusted to find you and get you and your family into the car or truck of your dreams. Reliable even way after the sale. Permian Chevrolet's people take care of their customers. Give Permian Chevrolet a chance today. You won't be disappointed.
For every road you take, it's Permian Chevrolet.
701 West Navajo in Hobbs, or anytime at PermianGM.com.
Year in clearance continues at National Furniture Liquidators. Hundreds of new markdowns on everything for your home. Big savings like this fireplace television stand, just $288. A pub table, 4 stools and bench, just $588. A big Ashley sectional, just $788. Or Ashley Queen Master bedrooms, your choice, just $1488 and more. Plus great financing options regardless of your credit. Everything for your home on sale now at National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection,
nobody beats Shorty.
Shop the New Year New Gear sale now through January 31st at the Working Guys store. Loyalty members receive 20% off any Thorogood boots and 15% off any Double H boots. Cinch outerwear for men, women, and kids, 15% off. And winter gloves for men and women, 25% off. Get to the New Year New Gear sale now through January 31st at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
Why pay more? Get to the Working Guys store.
Dear winter, Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From winter-ready SUVs like Grand Highlander and RAV4 to steady sedans like the Camry all-wheel drive, Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, and the Majestic Crown. Plus rugged trucks like Tacoma and Tundra. We're ready for winter action with solid traction. Yours, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, let's go places.
You've imagined that perfect home, designed it in your mind. At Destiny Real Estate, it's dreams that we provide. We buy or sell residential ranches, lots and more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
If you're looking to rent, please join our website at www.destinyluxuryrental.com. I've got everything from a little 2-bedroom all the way up to a 10,000 square foot home with an indoor swimming pool. Again, that's destinyluxuryrental.com. And I'm needing some more homes. If you wanted to make a little extra income, just give me a call. Rhonda Burns, 575-257-3000. At Destiny Real Estate, our business is built on dreams and imagination. Telephone 575-257-3000.
Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
Can't stand the heat? Get out of the kitchen.
3 things in life are the most valuable: time, self-respect, and love. And being the Breakfast Club has none of the above. Call now, 877-396-W105. Call now.
9:09, good news of the day coming up. Tradio at the bottom of the hour. Squid Game Season 2 officially dropped on Netflix this year. So, did you watch Season 1?
I did.
So,
and then they did a game show version of it where they had a bunch of people, and that was a pretty good show too.
So that's based off Korean.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had
Not
a
a
lot
fan. Not me. But
Really?
there were a lot of people that watched.
It's pretty graphic.
Yeah. Most definitely. Groundhog Day approaching. Folks at PETA are making some suggestions to not use a live groundhog. They're also saying that you can just flip a coin instead.
Well, PETA euthanizes more animals than almost any other organization. So you're really going to trust them when it comes to animal welfare?
So let me add, so Phil, I've watched it a couple times.
Puxatawny Phil.
So is it the way they pick him up that's inhumane?
PETA doesn't believe that people should have any kind of interactions with any animal where people rate themselves above the animal.
Oh, gotcha. Look, I'm an animal lover, but at the same time, people before animals.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. Brazen thieves in Oakland, California actually stole an ATM machine. Pulled it out with a van and a rope, and they drug it down the road, and sparks were shooting out. I don't know if you've seen the video.
No.
Sparks were shooting out like 6 feet or longer. Stole it from the Bank of America. By the way, they took the guy into custody. His name is Anthony Peterson.
How did they ever catch him?
Well, I mean, they just followed the drag marks.
Sounds like a scene out of the movie Friday.
But they got him. Pennsylvania woman charged with torturing and killing animals on YouTube.
Hey.
Wait a second. YouTube actually took our channel down for me playing a video by the president of Pfizer where she admitted that they never did human testing on the COVID vaccine, which isn't a vaccine.
Because that goes against their agenda.
They took us down, but they allowed this woman to torture and kill animals.
Because that
and
does not
upload them to her YouTube channel.
It does not go against their agenda.
So 28-year-old Aguilar Monsi produced and distributed 4 videos killing frogs, rabbits, pigeons, and a chicken. She was arrested on Friday. 4 counts of aggravated cruelty to animals.
But they can't pull it down because she's minority.
Oh.
And you're a bald white guy.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm finished. All right, Tom, tell me what the deal is with the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh.
All right,
5-year deal?
Jim Harbaugh signed a 5-year deal to be the next head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers.
Now, it doesn't. The story I'm reading from Fox doesn't get into the details of the deal.
And one of the reasons that he took the job, number one, was because he has Justin Herbert as his quarterback. Justin Herbert is a good quarterback.
Tom, let me explain to you the reason he took the job.
Show me the money.
What year did he go to work at Michigan?
9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Yeah.
So it took him 9 years to get a national championship.
Right.
Do you know how many 5-year and 6-year players he had on that team?
I couldn't tell you.
A lot. So the cupboard will be fairly bare for the next couple more years. And he already he climbed the mountain. Took him 9 years, but he got to the top of the mountain. So now he can move on to the NFL, make a I don't know if he'll make more money than he was making in Michigan, because I think he was in the 12 to maybe $10 million range, $10 to $12 million range. And with he probably had a clause in his contract that if he won the national championship, he became the highest paid coach. Most of those guys have that in their contract. So I don't know if he's going to make more money, but the path is easier by going to the NFL. Number one, the workload is easier.
Well, when the NCAA went to 8 playoff spots? Or 12 playoff spots?
12.
So he knew he wasn't going to make it back to the championship game.
Well, why would he not make it back to the championship when it would be an easier path with 12?
No, that's a harder path with 12 now because you got the underdogs who have nothing to lose, and they're going to play all out.
So
how many circles did you just talk?
What's that?
The path is harder with 12 teams instead of 4 teams. Let me ask you this much. If they took 64 teams, would it be easier to get to the playoffs?
It is. Look at the NCAA basketball tournament. Look, the Blue Bloods will always get to the Final Four.
Who are the Blue Bloods?
Oh.
And then maybe you'll have
I've never heard of a team
Michigan
called the
would
Blue
be
Bloods.
listed as a Blue Blood?
Never heard of a team
Greg,
called
you're not
the
a
Blue
sports
Bloods.
guy, right? I mean,
Who are the Blue Bloods?
You would know the Blue Bloods are the best of the best, the elite team.
I've never heard of that team. What college is it, Tom?
Well, I mean, Duke. If you're
The
a
Blue
basketball fan.
Devils?
The Blue Devils?
Yeah, the Blue Devils.
It's the
right.
Duke Blue Devils, not Blue Bloods.
North Carolina.
Duke is a. We're talking about football here, Tom. We're not talking about basketball.
Well, he wanted an example of a Blue Blood. I gave him one.
That's not a Blue Blood. It's a Blue Devil.
Okay. If I haven't said it,
You're a
that's
girl.
I know
Like
it's
you're
been
a girl,
about.
man.
I know it's been about 3 days since I said it.
Yeah.
You said Blue Blood. I was fixing to say
can't go
Chris
without
Charles.
saying it. You're an idiot. And please do not ever discuss sports ever again.
Oh.
Because you're ill-informed, and anybody knows the path becomes easier when you open it up to 12 teams instead of 4 teams.
But you asked why he left. And Jim Harbaugh left because he saw the writing on the wall. He knows he's not going to win another national championship.
That wasn't what you said a minute ago.
And plus, you don't have to put up with the NCAA anymore.
You know what? You know what's amazing?
What?
You don't have to be married because you can argue with yourself.
I know. It's pretty cool, too. I can always win.
I mean, serious. You can say one thing and then dispute it and argue with you. I mean, it's amazing. Florida House passes a bill banning children under the age of 16 from social media. Kids can't stay off. So this would ban kids from being on platforms if they're under the age of 16. Big question. How do you keep them off? How do you keep them off?
Well, you'd have to have some kind of lock on their phone, I guess.
Yeah, and see, part of me, and I get where Republicans, conservatives are going with this, but I'm just going to be honest. That's a parental choice. Mm-hmm. That's not your choice. That is a parental choice.
Right. We don't need a nanny state.
No, and that sounds like something like Democrats would do. So I'm sorry, Florida. I think parents should decide if kids should be on social media. That's just me. RNC chair, Ronna McDaniel, saying, Nikki Haley, it's time to drop out. We need to unite around Donald Trump. Made that statement yesterday. 23-year-old Fort Bliss soldier facing extradition from Juarez after he was arrested. I'm trying to figure out what the hell this means. Aggravated, I think it's supposed to be homicide, but it says femicide.
Femicide.
F-E-M-I-C-I-D-E. That's got to be homicide. I think it's just a misspelled word. Anyway, this gentleman, his name is Saul Luna, lawyers are attempting to convince the court to grant him bail despite extradition process. He's actually he's in the military, was stationed at Fort Bliss, and he is a native of El Paso and accused of killing 19-year-old mother in Juarez last year. The mother was identified as AMBV.
Okay. I'm going to explain to you what femicide is.
What is femicide?
Femicide is, quote, the most extreme form of gender-based violence and is defined as intentional murder of women because they are women.
Whoa.
And it falls into two categories, intimate and non-intimate femicide. So the former refers to the killing of women by current or ex-partners, and the latter encapsulates the killing of women by people with whom they had no intimate relationship.
Let me ask something. Why can't we just have the same meaning for men and women?
Because this is all about the gender equality.
Wow.
movement.
So he shot her in the head and chest and killed her. And if she happened to be a man, it would have been the same. Crazy. Over half of all Democrats support abortion. In fact, half of all Democrats support abortion for babies with Down syndrome. So Democrats, over half of Democrats, think it's a great idea to abort babies that have Down syndrome. My wife posted up a picture today. I was at a basketball game, and little boy whose mom passed away last year, Down syndrome kid, comes to my house pretty much every day.
Right.
Gets a piece of bread, donuts, whatever we have, and I give him change. So he's at the game. We took a picture together. Man, this kid is funny. He makes my day. He's always there to give me a hug. I'm just like, why? Democrats, you're not perfect either. Maybe that's what you believe. You're perfect. Disgusting.
I don't think they do. I think they hate everyone, including themselves.
Nah, you're probably right. Al Sharpton says Tim Scott supporting Donald Trump was so humiliating for the black people. So I guess what Al Sharpton's trying to say is that if you're black, you can't make up your own mind. You just have to blindly follow the Democratic Party.
He'll make it up for you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Al Sharpton. Tim Scott is smart, articulate. He's got a mind of his own. And you shouldn't have a problem with that. That's crazy. Man stabs two with a knife outside the Atlanta train station. Authorities say the man is in custody. Are we going to have to outlaw knives now?
Yep.
Okay. I was just, I'm wondering if we're going to have to outlaw. And the federal court says Alabama can carry out the first nitrogen gas execution. I think that's, is that today?
It is today.
Yeah. So they're going to put Mr. Smith to sleep. His name is Eugene Smith. They tried to stop his execution, but the court ruled against him, and so he's actually in jail for murdering two men and also a preacher's wife.
Wow.
In 1988, and killed the woman for $1,000.
Femicide.
Femicide, right?
Well, he should have been charged with femicide too. Oh, I guess I'm never going to be able to get that on a femicide. Wow. It's like homicide, but it involves a woman. Yeah. All right, 9:23. Tom on the text, and then we're going to do the good news. Still to come. We're going to keep you updated with everything going on with news, and then Tradio. By the way, morning show this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128, exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles. Twin Wells Fuel Station, covered area. That and they sell red diesel, green diesel, DEF value, and unleaded. And they accept all forms of payment like credit cards and debit cards and fleet cards. 924, Tom.
All right. So We got Texas saying, you know what? Tom is right. Blue blood is term used to describe the elite teams. So quit saying that you don't know what he's talking about.
I knew he was going to do that. Definition of a blue blood team, and he said Duke.
Well, Duke is in basketball.
They're the Blue Devils.
We weren't talking about basketball. We were talking about football, you buffoon.
But Blake doesn't know sports. I have to educate him.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Who told you what the name of the Duke team is?
It's not the Blue Bloods.
You're right. It's the Blue Devils.
Yeah.
Who told you that?
Anyway, I was right. So
who told you that?
Who did? I did.
No.
And another texter says, how about you mean the blue chip? Blue chip is the player that is among the best of the best. That's what they mean about that. And Tom is referring to the Blue Mountain State, says the texter. Okay. And there we go, B.
Read all the new ones that just came in.
All right.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, do we have time? Okay.
Yeah, keep on.
All right. Democrats support abortion of kids with Down syndrome, but they let Biden be president, says this one texter. Says the texter.
Mm-hmm.
And
no.
For
said the caller, right?
Right. The caller said that.
Said the texter.
And for the love of God, stop talking sports with Tom A, says the text. And I love it when you guys call Tom a baboon, says another texter.
Not a baboon, a buffoon.
There's a lot of love in this room this morning. And by the way, this texter says, John from Eunice, so where in the heck was Pete Tuh on that YouTube video? Just like every other darn liberal organization, it's a double standard on everything. B?
Yep, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, good news of the day this morning being brought to you by former insurance agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Call them today. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. You can take care of all of your insurance. Herschel Rustin Hayes, proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
I might start doing this with scratchers just in case this one ever hits. A husband in Missouri bought a lottery ticket, only scratched off the barcode to scan it, and found out he hit for $100,000. But then he didn't tell his wife, and he left it for her to scratch it off. So she got the full experience of hitting the jackpot. That's pretty cool. And a woman in New York named Denise Gomez just got to meet two NYPD officers who pulled her from a burning car when she was a kid. It happened in 1996, and both men are retired now. It was an emotional day because they found out she's now a cop too. And so she told the reporter, I want to do what they did for me. And a pet duck in Michigan named Sophia was sad and lonely after another duck named Evie recently died. So her owners used Facebook like a matchmaking service for ducks, and they went looking for a friend. It worked, and hundreds of people reached out. They ended up getting two more ducks named Lucy and Goosey, and Sophia's doing a lot better. It sounds like one of them might be a boy because they're hoping for ducklings in the spring. And that's your good news of the day.
Good news of the day this morning being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington. Give him a call, 575-396-0513. I'm out of here. I hope you guys have a great day. Tom, go get some sleep and take some...
Last time I went to sleep, I came in late. I never fall asleep.
Last time I went to sleep, I came in late.
So you didn't sleep last night?
Oh, that's good.
I love when he argues with himself. I'm just saying, he's the only man alive that argues with himself.
We got one more shout out. This is a birthday shout out, by the way. Can you wish my best friend Jacob Morales happy birthday from his best friend Isaac Ramirez? So happy birthday to you on this Thursday.
Hope you guys have a awesome day. It looks like Tradio's coming up next. Is Russ in the studio?
He's in the office over there.
Make sure and tell him I said, please don't let Howard Stern in again.
He caught him yesterday.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
With the same sewing machine?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, he caught him.
Wow. God bless them. All right, we're going to get updated with news. We're going to keep you updated with everything going on throughout the day. We'll qualify you for the trip to go to Disney. And like I said, Tradio up next. News on the way, being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Your choice for your next HVAC job. Got heating problems, got air conditioning problems, you're in luck. They can take care of heating and air conditioning at Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Give Enrique Rocha a call, 575-631-1999. Call him today, Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. The Friday edition of BM The Breakfast Club. It's 9:30. We're W105.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. 3 former police officers from Jal, New Mexico, appearing in federal court after facing allegations they deprived an unnamed individual of their